just gonna.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Hello, welcome to Session 7. Woo! We're on on Twitch. We're calling this the Revenge on the Celestial Dire Squirrels. Speaking of, side note, in our event calendar on Discord, I give you guys a name, and I don't know if you guys like it or not. Did any of you look at it?
I have not.
All right, this is my look at the events on Discord. They're important. Dang it. Okay. Anyway, event details. So I'm calling you guys the Royalist. So far,
Okay, I like that.
name pending.
Oh, there we go.
If you guys think of something better or whatnot, obviously shoot it my way. I'm happy to switch it. That was just a stand-in because I don't know what to call this. But the Royalist, I think that's a fun name. So this will be officially from here on out the Royalist campaign. So things we're gonna do this session. I'm gonna start off with what might be accomplished. So first things first, we're reintroducing two players, or two characters, two players, whatever. And going on from there, they've both been like, all right, our characters are dead, no crazy extraneous circumstances because of BS. So we're making new stuff. And they made new stuff, and I'll let them introduce their stuff when the time is appropriate, which will be relatively soon. So once I get done yabbering, we'll get to the right point. Celestial Scrolls, maybe. Shopping / getting appropriate equipment to deal with the Celestial Squirrels because I don't think everyone has stuff yet. We did find some things at the manor, though the notes that were sent out today, I feel like we're missing some stuff. So, I'll look at my character sheet and see if that's the wrong character. See if I'm not crazy. Here's Profi.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get any crazy weapons or anything. So, I have not.
What were the notes in again?
I was gonna say they sent it in the chat and we sent it over text message. But if you want to if younger, since you watched the last quarter of the episode recently, would you be so kind as to fill us in on what happened? If you don't have robot voice of doom, or if you do, I said okay. I'm gonna change my lighting so I'm not so bright. Ooh.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, and you're not crackly.
Okay. So last session, we had our newfound wizard and another one of our party members who had recently joined us died. Then we fighting the dire squirrels. Then we were like, oh, we can't handle this. We should probably go get some weapons and money and stuff like that. And we had the wonderful idea and unanimously decided that, oh, yes, let's go to the manor that we burnt down. There might be some goodies hidden in the basement or upon the floorboards of the burnt husk that was there. Roger scavenged bodies, found 4 sets of scale mail that were still usable, a morning star, a maul, a battle axe, a set of bracers of defense, which give a +2 to AC, and a cloak of many fashions. I found a safe contain a magical small metal box that could be carried with a ring of jumping, a magical longbow that was not described as to how it was magical, several emeralds, which I pocketed because I am pretty poor, a orb of shielding, which is of radiant, and I definitely kept that item, and also a ornate half plate made out of full gold that we plan on probably selling and splitting amongst the party. And then Full Gash found miraculously a working glaive and a battle axe. And Spain's character, controlled by the wizard since he was not there, went on and found out that the second floor had elemental magic pouring from it. But we were still on the first floor and we had several more rounds before.
I will correct this statement. It wasn't pouring out. It was just like there was magic there, and it was elemental in nature.
Yeah, it wasn't like the basement that we crawled out of, full of illusion magic and abjuration and stuff like that.
Correct.
But that was where we were. We were all still on that first floor, fixing to probably go down to the basement that we had not been to yet.
So, for those of the two of you that are not here, I will explain your entrance once we get past this looting scene. So you guys have a 5-10 minute go get food, dinner, drinks, whatever. While I do some promoing on the phone, because we're live now and I can do that. I meant to do that earlier, was finding pieces and parts, because, babies take up my attention. So, with that knowledge, the four of you, including myself that are here, if, side note, while I'm yakking / doing the other stuff, does anyone want to play Profi for a minute while I'm, of the two of you that are waiting, so Castaway and or Sean?
Yeah, I'm good with playing them.
Okay, so you'll be Profi. I can give you stats that are right in front of me.
Okay.
But what do you guys want to do? Again, one of the basements has the phylactery-esque illusion crazy pods of what happened to your characters when you first got here. There is probably other things down there, but you're pretty sure it's like mostly attached to those machines. Most of the space was taken up by stuff that is connected to those machines. So unless you know or want something specific from those machines, or want to learn more about them, that's whatever. The other basement, on the other hand, you guys know about but haven't explored. Fulgash will know that it was off limits to at least him. And basically only Hexus and his two guardsmen, which was Beardy and our handy-dandy adventurer that died last session.
I would definitely enjoy going and checking out this area that I was previously not permitted access to.
Okay. Anyone else going with him for safety in numbers, or you're not worried about it?
I mean, safety numbers is always good if nobody else wants to come along.
Yep. I assume Profi would go as well.
Yes, Profi will tag along. You guys need someone to open doors if they're locked. Which, speaking of, there is a door, and it do be locked. Though it looks like the fire didn't really touch this section, right? So there was a stairwell overhanging area that kind of got burnt down. But once you guys uncover that, which will take someone a strength check, or we could just roll 20 it, because it won't take that long. It's just time consuming.
I think we can roll 20 that.
I was going to ask if we could do that, yeah.
Then you can.
Heck, you could probably even walk down to the basement and just grab the key off the dead guy.
Right?
Yep, that is a possibility. Actually, didn't one of you find the key on the dead guy?
From my memory, I'm pretty sure we did.
Pretty sure we did too, because again, that was something Profi did. I'm just gonna roll percentile check and DM magic this if necessary. Yeah, okay, we're good. So definitely found the key. So I don't need to do any kind of thievery stuff. Profi just unlocks the door. There's a loud click.
Wait.
You guys go inside, and inside is a relatively good-sized room. It's definitely probably personal sleeping quarters of Hexus. There's notes and things on walls, and what looks to be like magical beakers of sorts that are concocting something. Though it looks like whatever was in here was needed to be observed because it has shattered, and the beakers are kind of just like strewn out along the shelves, and the wall is kind of like eaten away by some acidy looking stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of the things on his desk are also just covered in whatever was in this beaker that was by the wall. So a lot of his writings and notes and stuff are just useless.
Mhm.
But what would you like to do while you're in the room?
I will search the room for anything useful.
Okay, so I'm going to be mean DM here and be like, what do you consider useful? What are you specifically looking for?
I am specifically looking for potions, magical ingredients, weapons, um, any notes that aren't damaged beyond repair, any paperwork or anything like that that's not damaged, any sealed containers, chests, boxes, like the magic one that we found earlier. Uh, yeah,
I think
that's everything that my mind is coming up with at the moment. So,
Okay, that seems like a good list of things to be looking for. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
all right, we're gonna make an investigation.
So I will clarify, just so you guys know, perception is kind of just a wide open area, and if it's not out in the open, you're not going to see it. Whereas investigation, if you specifically say, I'm looking for a trapdoor in this area, you're more likely to find that if that's what you're looking for. So, like, perception is a broad understanding of an area, investigation is a specific, right? Basically increases your chances by doing those kind of rolls.
How far will a 16 carry me?
With the perception check?
No, with an investigation.
With investigation. So as you look around the room for quote unquote your character's consideration of useful items, you find 6 things are throughout the room. It's actually a really good roll. That's like the best roll. Good job. Um, so you find 2 different potions that are not destroyed by this liquidy thing. You do find 1 satchel of notes. Get out of here, random thing on my control. Yeah, all right. That's what I thought. Get out of here, weather app. I should probably full screen this, by the way. Sorry. A satchel of important looking documents or notes or something like that that isn't destroyed by the chemical destruction that was the vials. You do find a set that basically consists of an entire herbalist kit. It's not necessarily in a kit itself, but it's the ingredients to do so. So if you find an empty kit later, you have a refill for it, or if you buy a kit, you have an extra refill for it. What's that? That's 2, 3, 4. So 2 more. Let's see what kind of things these 2 are.
Satchel of notes.
Satchel notes. It's not really a satchel. It's just like you find a pile of stuff that's like, oh hey, this looks important. Sorry. So the other things that you find is a small mirror, like looks to be a hand mirror, and a singular ruby ball. So it's about the size. Yes, it's about the size of like a coin piece, right? But it's a full circle ruby, and it's smooth, like it's been intentionally rounded out like a giant marble. It looks like a ruby.
All right. I missed 2 things.
Okay.
Or 3 things. Pile of notes,
Okay.
small mirror, singular ruby ball, coin piece size and perfectly smooth.
Mm-hmm. 2 potions.
2 potions. Okay.
And that was it, right? 2 potions. Oh, the herbalist resupply kit.
Oh, the herbalist. Yep. Herbalist kit minus missing box.
Yep. Or satchel or whatever they come in that has all the extra stuff to use the herbs, but there's enough herbs to replace, a herbalist kit.
All right.
Okay, I think that's everyone on the Discord. Maybe I don't know if I oh no, I definitely forgot someone. So okay. So, who's next? That you found all that.
What would
I'm
Profi
willing to
be?
go.
Oh, sorry.
Hill, I heard your voice. I'm gonna go with you.
You said that there was a desk. Does this desk seem to have drawers?
Yes.
I would like to investigate the desk, things inside of the desk, hidden compartment inside the desk, etc.
So your handy dandy full guest just did that. That was basically the area which he was looking. Was the desk.
Oh, okay. Can you describe more of the room?
Sure. So it's 4 sides. Side close to you guys, the side with the chemical explosion stuff, the desk kind of in the center, bed on the back wall, and an assortment of books and things on the far wall.
I will investigate the bed area, see if there's a hidden compartment in or under the bed, or a box, or under the mattress,
Okay,
pillows
so
in the mattress.
you're giving the bed the full pat down.
Yep. And roll an investigation check.
Or perception, but investigation is going to get you more info on this one.
Can I assist him to give him advantage by, lifting the bed, lifting the entire mattress up?
What's your investigation?
My investigation is 0.
Okay, then you can assist, but you're only going to give him a plus.
Oh, I was trying to assist with my strength to lift things up and allow him to look under things better.
Perfectly fine.
Oh.
+2 bonus.
+2 bonus.
Okie dokie, that's better than none. I got a total of 17.
A total of 17! Alright, so as you search through the bed... Wow, I'm rolling really good for you guys. You guys find 4 separate things that are what you would consider secret compartments in the bed. So,
Wow,
in both of the head spaces, right? So let's say this bed is shoved in the corner, but it's got 4 pegs, and whatever, I can't think of the word. Not bed liner, that's not the right word. The thing
You mean like the top of the bed, the headboard?
Frame, bed frame. Oh man, brain. Anyway, the bed frame has 4 posts. The bed's on top of it. Anyway, in 2 of those 4 posts, you find hidden compartments. On one of the sides, there's a hidden compartment, the one closest to the wall. Thanks to your handy dandy strong boy helping you pick stuff up, you're able to move it far enough away to find it. And then in the bed itself, you find something.
Ooh. Okay, and then I have one more thing, because you said 2 hidden compartments in the headboard or area, and then 1 inside the bed.
And 1 on the far side.
Okay.
So each one of those things is a separate item. So in the headboard, there is 2 not necessarily magical daggers, but they look nice. They're ornate. It looks like when you press them, you could grab both of them at the same time if necessary. Basically, assassin defense bed frame silliness. If it was a spy movie, he'd be ready.
Okay.
In the bed itself, you find a small, what looks to be figurine is the easiest way to describe it.
Okay, what kind of figurine? Like
It's a
pony,
figurine.
a jaguar, or a person?
It's definitely a person.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I twist the arm on the figurine? Like, not enough to break it, but just to see if it's doing anything to anyone?
I'm gonna say you're probably not gonna touch this figurine. Just saying.
Then I'm not going to.
I wouldn't do it. It's gross. It's covered in some viscous fluid. And then the last thing behind the wall, in the thing, is a small portrait with a whole group of people lined up, basically. They look to be wearing fancy-looking clothing. Some of them are in very fancy makeup. Some of them look very different than the others. And in the middle is a very familiar figure to basically anyone who lives in the Empire. It's the Emperor.
Yes, this is the treasured family portrait.
Congratulations.
The young emperor, or the
Nope, this
emperor with all his children.
it definitely looks like the Emperor with all of his children and various ages. But you will notice some of the painting is missing colors.
Ah, it's a tontine.
So it's a list of the living and the dead.
Possibly.
Yes, a tontine.
Interesting. I go and I turn. I ask, "Hey, Profi, can you come over here?"
I
Sure.
will walk over there.
I say, "Do you know who these are?"
I reply, yes. Yeah, I'm relatively intimate with all those people. They're what you would call a family. I don't know if you've had one of those, but these would be mine.
I've served my family for generations.
Yeah. But you're like a mummy thing, so.
I was a person before.
Were you? I didn't know that.
I had a life before.
No. That sounds
You have
tragic.
a life now.
These are all questions
My life
for the mummy.
has been
You have
to
a
serve.
second life.
My life has been to serve the family.
Hmm. You are like me.
What
You
a
are on
boring
life
life.
number 2.
Hey, calm down there, Murphy. Might start having a malfunction or something. So, that's that. Who's next? So, Younger found a whole bunch of stuff in the bed. Fergus found a whole bunch of stuff in the desk area. That leaves us Handy Dandy Robot and Profi. Though Profi is kind of just like looking at the picture now. He is enthralled with the family painting, which I will now write on my character sheet because he's not giving that back. So, technical difficulties.
Yes.
Do you have any? Oh wait, actually, you already helped, didn't you, by looking around, huh?
Yeah, I already had my turn.
Okay, so I guess that just leaves Profi, and Profi's gonna search the last wall. I'm gonna investigate for anything important. Though, knowing my brother's taste in books, it would be way too obvious for him to hide something among his books, or at least that's my opinion. I rolled an 11, kind of half-heartedly looking for stuff. Let's see, what's my intent? Investigation's only good because I have I'm proficient in it. 15 total, which means I find something, but it's really not much guaranteed. Hey, I find one thing. So I find my brother's spell book, or at least what he used to study spells years ago. He wasn't a wizard or anything, but he still tried. There's a considerable amount of incomplete spells in here. Incantations, notes, things like that. I don't think anyone in the party would benefit from looking through it, but it might be worth hanging on to either sell to a wizard or if we come across another wizard to hand books out to. So that's all we find. What do you guys want to do now? You're pretty sure there's not anything else in this room. Like upstairs, you feel like you've cleared basically everything you could find in this area out. Unless you're looking for like scrap metal or material-y stuff.
I turn to the metal man and say, "Didn't you sense elemental magic
Downstairs, yes.
in here?" I thought we were downstairs.
You are downstairs, and you definitely sensed elemental magic in this room.
I had my location mixed up. I thought we went into a door that was on the main floor.
Nope, lower floor. It's the right spot.
Okay. Yeah, where am I sensing the elemental magic from? Where did I sense it from?
It is no longer there. It was this room.
Okay.
There seems to be no trace of it now. Parts of you believe it might be the explodey stuff that was on the wall. Had you had come in here sooner, you might have triggered a trap.
It may have been the stuff that destroyed the room, or was exploded.
Yes, that makes sense.
So, what now? You guys, again, pretty much cleared this area out. You got a good bit of loot / stuff to sell, stuff to buy, stuff to enchant. Where would you like to go now?
Is there anything that might not seem really useful, but like a pretty crystal glass or random odds and ends that look like they might have some value?
In this room specifically, the closest thing to that was that ruby thing that got picked up off the desk. Again, whatever exploded in here originally destroyed quite a bit of stuff that might have been valuable. A lot of it's slag now, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, the mirror that you guys picked up also probably valuable. The royal family painting, probably pretty valuable.
I turned to look at Profi and say, so how soon do you think, or are we going to attempt to kill those dire squirrels? Because I'm not really well suited for that.
Alright, it's official. Your character is now a robot like the Warforged.
Complexion.
I am also not ready to return and kick the squirrels out of the forest. Although we do need to do that at some point.
I look at the two of you and say, well, if you guys don't think we're ready, I agree. I pull up my bent rapier and go, I at a minimum need to get this fixed and make it so it can poke those things and do some damage. Because, he pulls out, this shimmery invisible thing for a second and says, this worked! But there was a lot of them. And I can only stab so many at a time. It disappears into nothingness. So,
we have some materials to get us started. We can use this as a base to get us outfitted. We have some items we can sell. We have some items that we can get checked out that might be of use. And we definitely have some weapons that we can get enchanted. We're not ready yet, but we will be within a couple of days.
Okay, so we head back to town and see what they can get for us. Again, it's not super far from Navi, so there should be the appropriate stores and stuff there. I mean, it's full of fairies. Come on, they gotta do magic, right?
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to kind of turn to the group really quick and be like, so guys, I have no loot from this little exercise that we have done. Does anybody have anything they'd be willing to let me have to sell so that I can...
What kind of weapon do you
I
use?
hand you the entirety of what I found on this floor. The 2 daggers and the small figurine.
I am careful not to actually touch the small figurine as I put it in a pouch.
The figurine is mostly a joke, guys. I'm sorry. So, you guys.
Just out of curiosity, what shape is the figurine? You said it was human.
It's humanoid, yes.
Male or female?
Can't tell with the liquid on it. There's a lot of it.
That's disturbing.
But hey, take it to a river. Go clean it off, and then maybe you'll find out.
And risk poisoning an entire water source?
Right, yeah, exactly. Kill some fish in the process. That's lunch, baby. Though I wouldn't eat them. Give those to the dire squirrels, you know what I'm saying?
I thought you said it was covered in a black liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, a viscous liquid.
It can be black, that's fine. That adds to the description. So.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, indeed. So, moving on from this, you guys will head to the next bit, which is going back to Navi to do some trading, selling, buying. So, if we go over our stuff, is there any weapons that we found that people of the group can use? People who are dead, if there's something your characters can use, say something, and we will magically know not to sell them.
I
The
know that I
bracers.
picked up a glaive and a great axe.
So the bracers, I'm pretty sure Profri already...
I mean, anybody can use those.
Yes. Oh, no, sorry, that's not this character. I take that back.
No, Profi has the bracers. It was mentioned in the last video.
Okay.
Type of braces are they? again?
Bracers are defense, so if you're not wearing armor, they give you a
If you're
plus
not
2
wearing
to your...
armor, never mind.
Yeah, you can't use armor, you can't use a shield. So for me as a rogue, and since I just have regular leather armor, it's better for me.
Gotcha.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
I mean, I'm technically not wearing armor.
So they would also really work for the Barbarian. Though doesn't your built-in armor count as armor?
That's the special powerful build thing, though, that I have.
Right. But for the purposes of the bracers, you'd be wearing armor.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe...
Makes sense. Can't have a 23 AC
Wait.
at level 8.
Right.
So things that we have that I guess we would normally plan on selling are 4 sets of scale mail,
Okay.
1 morning star,
Okay.
1 maul,
Okay.
a battle axe from Roger, and a battle axe from Frozen.
Okay.
The cloak of many fashions, nobody said that they wanted.
Okay. Cool magic item.
And the fully made of gold ornate half plate.
That one you
I've
guys...
So
seen
I
it.
could
It's
actually
sold.
probably, if the Cloak of Many Fashions is what I think it is, I could probably use that. Because I currently am not wearing anything to cover up just the horror that is myself.
So, Cloak of Many Fashions, super cool magic item. You put it on, it's not in a... Is it a tomb thing? I don't know, I'd have to look. But basically, you can make it look like any other bit of clothing or whatnot. As long as it is cloak-like in nature. Even if it's like a super powerful magic item, it doesn't gain the properties of it, but it looks just like it. You can change it basically at will. So you could look however you need. It's really cool for like, oh, I'm using it for camouflage. It now looks like a bush. Or things like that. So it's super useful for rangers or people that are sneaking around. Or giant disfigured men that don't necessarily want to show off that they're giant and disfigured.
So I'm probably going to ask if I can have that. If the group is okay with me trying not to be as scary as I am.
I'm for it.
Your appearance does not bother myself.
Looks so we need another one of those. We gotta hide the mummy.
I was gonna say either the mummy or the.
Got 2 walking.
Although I think the mummy is less horrifying than the half mechanical, half organic.
Blood
horror.
splurting
Well, the
monster.
linens that I'm wrapped in are black, and I'm in a black robe.
It just looks like a walking shadow.
And
what-
it is not an attuned item.
It's
I
not
looked it
okay. Sweet. Yeah, I didn't think it was. It's only like it's common or uncommon. It's not super high up there.
What
So
weapons does the barbarian use?
I have a great axe, a hand axe, and 1 javelin left.
Okay.
So
I did have 5 javelins. I have used 4 of them and never picked them up.
it's a terrible choice. You gotta. The javelins are like 5 silver a piece. Come on now, that's money. Oh, speaking of consumable ranged items, so for those of you that use arrows and things like that, I stick with the 50% rule. If you say you collect your ammunition afterwards, unless I specifically say, hey, something else breaks or you lose more than what you think you could or something like that, you get half of your ammo back if you could take the time to go collect it.
Yep, thanks, man.
Just so you know.
Sweet, thanks.
So, bada boom, bada bing. You have the cloak. We don't. All the weapons that we have are pretty much sellable, unless the barbarian wants to pick up another great axe.
No, and you guys can sell the 2 daggers too.
Okay. Like you said, they're not necessarily ornate or anything crazy. They're just like nice daggers.
Yeah.
Well, you said they were ornate.
You said they
daggers,
were
just said
very
they weren't
ornate.
magicals.
They just weren't magical.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry. So, ornate daggers. Pokey pokey. So you want ornate pokey pokies?
Want to sell them for money.
Okay, so you guys will go into town as a group. Once you get to town, you can split up and do things. Would you like to divide the loot and see if you can sell in various places, or are you all going to work together so it's like you just have one pack mule and you guys go, hey, you want to buy this? You want to buy this? You want to buy this?
Let's caravan it. Let's all be a giant sales group.
Okay.
I raise my hand and say, I think I might know of a place where some people might not mind if we go and sell them, items like weapons that are normally not sellable on the open markets.
This is a fair point. If you guys remember the rules of land, looting bodies is one of those no-no things.
Let us find this place that our friend knows.
Yes, I go and I meet my wonderful acquaintance who I told I would bring him good business in the future.
Ah, the man who charmed you. Good, good, good. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, as you pop into his little store and have a whole bunch of stuff, he looks at you and says, "Ah, welcome in, friend. I see you've brought A, friends, and B, things. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I make good promise. I said that I would come back with good business, and here it is.
So, for everyone that wasn't with Younger the last time he was here, which I believe is everyone, please make a charisma save.
Oh,
I rolled an 11. I have a +1. I have a 12. I failed. Profi is enamored with the man.
What's funny is I actually charged him last time.
I am going to utilize bolstering magic and add 1d3 to this d20 roll.
Oh, hey, timeout. Good call. Totally do that. Profi's going to do the same thing with his psionic magic. Yeah, bolstered knack. So if I fail to save, I get to add a 1d... At this point, I think they're d6s to my roll. So this might not be a failure. Let's see. 14 still fails.
16.
16 saves. You're good.
I have 5 total.
Woohoo! You are also enamored by the man. He seems like a pretty fly guy.
Oh my, what a nice family.
So, with that, you guys, I assume, are you just going to bulk sell it really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so to do this quickly, quietly, and whatnot, I'm going to roll percentage dice and see how much of the gold you should be getting. Some of these items would probably be relatively expensive, but also relatively hard to get rid of, like,
The ornate half plate made of full gold, I feel like should be worth something independent.
Okay, so he's actually pretty darn generous with what he's offering you. He's not offering you full price for it, but he's offering you 90% of what he's going to sell it for, probably. Allegedly. 90% of fair value price. You good with that?
How much money is that?
I have to do math now.
I mean, half plate's like 525 or like it's like 800 gold pieces.
Yeah, and that's
Plus,
just for
you have to
regular.
factor in that there's
Yeah. So the ornate plate is like 1,000 by itself. So that's 900 with that one. We'll round down on the two great axes for 20 apiece. Let's see. What was the other big stuff that you guys picked up?
Daggers.
4 sets of scale mail.
The daggers would be worth like 50 apiece. They're down to 40. Scale mail. I don't know. I don't remember how much scale mail is. Like 35 apiece, right? So we'll drop it down to 30.
yeah, scale mail's pretty cheap.
Yeah. So you
Nobody
guys.
sells for 50 gold pieces.
Yeah. Okay. So dropping it to 30 isn't unreasonable because you guys ripped it off dead bodies and there's probably a little bit of charred flesh on it. With a little bit of cleaning, whatever. Anyway, so he'll buy all of that from you guys for about. What's that? Just under 1,000. 13,000 gold. 1,300 gold. 13,000 gold. 1,300 gold. So 1,300 for everything. Again, the big ticket item is that ornate. Whatchamacallit, and the ornate daggers sold pretty good. The armor did pretty good in the armor. Weapons were weapons. And that is not.
I'm okay with that.
That is not including any of the other items that you guys picked up. That is just the weapons and the armor that you guys said you were okay with getting rid of. So you're not selling the marble thing. You're not selling the herbalist supplies. You're not selling the figurine. You're not selling any of that stuff. Just the armor and weapons.
I was going to say I wanted to hold on to the ruby and the potions because I want to take them somewhere and have them checked out just to know what potions we have and if this ruby is magical in some way.
Okay. I assumed as much. So, 13 grand for the stuff. That's a considerably better deal than you'll probably get anywhere else.
1,300 to go a long way to getting all of our weapons taken care of and enchanted. So,
not to mention, you guys also did find gold and things.
I agree. We actually never got gold. We just got gems.
Okay, whatever.
You got 12 rubies and I got 10 emeralds.
Yes. But that is tradable cash. They are the equivalency of better versions of coins. They're just lighter to carry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
oh, could you explain it to me better?
So, gemstones in world active stuff. So, like a garnet is actually equal to a platinum piece. They're both worth 10 gold. But obviously, gems can change in size, so you can actually have a garnet that's the equivalent of a diamond if you really need it to be that big. But you're talking something the size of your fist at that point. And so on and so forth. So small gemstone-sized stuff is considerably easier to carry than bags and bags of coins. So generally, you convert your wealth into gems, unless you have a bag of holding or a coin pouch of holding, which I think a couple of you have now. So it might not really be a concern for some of you.
I have a metal box of holding.
Metal box of holding. The one disadvantage to the metal box of holding is it is not concealable whatsoever. You now just have this big old giant box on your hips. Or on your back if you want to sling it on your back like a backpack. That's on you as a character and your aesthetics.
It sits in my lap as I ride.
As a giant box fanny pouch. Okay, so they're equal to D6. Cool. Oh, so it's D8 for that check. Hold up, let me re-roll one more time, see if I get better than a 2. I do, a 6. Okay, so I am actually not enamored by this guy. No one's enamored by this guy except for our fighter, but that's okay. He's not trying to do anything shady or roguelike, it seems like. If you guys remember the last time we had this conversation with him, there's something in his shop that just makes everyone friendly. Anyway, so he takes all this stuff, gives you his gold, and says, look, I'm going to need you to get out of here quickly because I got to turn this around fast. And I know the person that's coming to do it. Would you guys do me a favor, though? I met a young adventurer.
What do you ask?
I met a young adventurer that asked me to get him a cloak of elven kind, and he's already paid me for it, and it came in today. He said to be sitting at the local tavern in the middle of town for the next while. He's a tabaxi. If I remember, he has black fur, kind of gray. Seemed like a nice enough person. I don't remember his name, though. But that's what he looks like. He was traveling by himself, to my knowledge.
And I assume there's not very many tabaxi around these parts.
So tabaxi are definitely more common in the wildlands. But again, because they're not one of the three main races, they are not more than a handful together at a time generally, unless they're in a clan-held area, which tabaxis can tell you about when they get time. So, you have a cloak of elven kind that you can just steal and have for yourself, or you can take it to the bar and meet this tabaxi person for him. It's not a paid event or anything like that. He's just asking you to do him a favor because he just paid you really good money for your stuff. And, you know,
I
good
expect
excuse
a
to
good
go to bar.
return on this.
He shakes his head and says, "Get out of here, yo. Old fart. Jeez. You smell of butterscotch and it annoys me. Be gone with you."
That's probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said I smelled like. They usually just say dust.
Dust and
Or
tapioca,
wet linens
baby.
when it rains.
Linens when it rains. Ooh, that's terrible. So, you guys have a cloak. Do you go to the bar?
I will go to the bar due to my current company.
Okay. As you guys travel towards the bar, there's a large commotion in front of what you assume to be the bar itself. Horses are freaking out. Just going insane. Whereas the local town people seem to be relatively calm about the matter, the horses are not happy about something. They are weighing and ninnying and trying to get away from whatever is over there. Would anyone like to do any perceptions or checks or just look with your eyeballs?
I have really good perception.
You don't even need good perception.
Yes,
I will look
I would like to look with
my
my
eyeballs.
eyeball.
You guys all look with your eyeballs. I'm going to say that's your passive perception. As long as it's above like 3, you're good to go. You look over, you see a large dragon. What color is said dragon there, Castaway? Currently, what color is it?
I did check. It is medium size currently,
Oh, it's medium.
but
Okay.
it's a large medium. Yeah, because it made me sad when I found out. But it is jet black, like on the top, almost with a metallic kind of look to it.
Mhm.
And then the underside is like just kind of a deeper gray.
Okay, so you see well, you guys might not know what it is, but it looks draconic in nature, and sitting on top of it is a human something or other.
Yep.
Describe yourself, Castaway. This is your character introduction. He is currently tying up said dragon on the post where all the horses are, hence why they are freaking out.
Yeah. So I'm, average height. So I'm around, like 5'10", 5'11". Nice, just brown hair. And we're gonna go with kind of almost a yellowish gold eye color. I'm adorned in a dark black, also kind of metallic, kind of like the same color palette as the dragon's hide. Half plate with a real dark brown leather. Basically get up underneath that with a very simple dark violet purplish cloak. And then there is a large shield on my left arm that is emblazoned with like a silver symbol. It's almost like a tree with roots reaching down and around the base of the shield. And then on my back, there's another more simple shield, but just like kind of like a simple brown wooden one. Yeah. And yeah, I'm tying up a dragon.
you guys interact with him or go directly into the bar?
I'm not sure I want to walk into the bar. He might be here to burn the village.
He doesn't. So the townfolk don't seem to be reacting to him negatively.
I'm going to approach him.
You approach him. What do you say?
Where can I get a dragon to ride?
Well, if you must know, this isn't a dragon per se. It's a drake. As you see, he's a little small, but he's a good boy. My good old shill over here. But I mean, goes over yonder about, I don't know, 40, 50 days worth of travel by horse. Go into the mountains. Try not to get eaten, and then you might just be lucky enough to find yourself an egg.
You mean you can
That's
find
the
drakes on the
simplest way.
wall? That sounds exciting.
But or stumble upon some random wall in the middle of nowhere, fell in a hole, a bunch of bats were everywhere, and you just so happen to speak a little bit of Sylvan, and it wasn't Sylvan that you were reading, possibly Draconic, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up out of nowhere and bites off a finger. Which, really great way to start a friendship, if I might say. What brings you to these parts?
Work.
Okay. And then a few words. Yeah, I see.
I want to point out that Fulgash is really he's got your character like in his peripheral. He's really just enamored with the Drake, and he is just like, if you can imagine his orcish features in this awestruck
Face.
look, just like he's trying to absorb every detail of your Drake.
Okay.
That sounds inappropriate.
I lean over. Do you want to pet him? He doesn't bite too often. I look over. All right, chill. Over here. Snap my fingers at him to get his attention.
The dragon
your
instantaneously
name, good
snapped
sir?
his head.
I'll
Your name, good
reach
sir?
out my head for his snout. Reach out my hand, not my head, my hand to his snout.
Chill. You can sniff him. It's fine.
The dragon does
Chill
so. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I haven't bathed. They smell like blood and burnt flesh and smoke.
Hey, Roger, will you roll a percentage die to see if Shield's a little too hungry or not? How's this not?
Sure.
Because he would do that.
So what's the target number I'm trying to get above or below?
Basically just 50-50.
Okay.
Or actually more like 75. Anything above 75 he snaps, anything below he doesn't.
Your dragon rolled at 60.
100.
Your dragon rolled at 69.
That's a critical.
Your dragon's horny, friend. What's wrong with your dragon?
I will rapidly become less enamored with him if he starts trying to hump me.
No, you smell like food.
So you said anything under a 70 or under a 75. So obviously he doesn't have any negative reaction. But you know the look you just gave the dragon? The dragon just gave it back, and it scared you. I don't care how tough or strong your character is. A dragon looks at you like you're lunch, and you go, "Oh no, not right now. I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a step or two.
Good. So, our friendly dragon rider explains that he's been hired out by a local adventurer to help fight with some kind of squirrely something or others, allegedly.
Oh.
As
you're
soon as I
on
hear
also.
that, son of a bitch.
I'm a little taken aback by this walking corpse. I take it you've met with my quarry before?
Yeah, they took out half of our party.
They're not fun.
Well, did you go prepared?
I look over and go 1, 2. There wasn't half. There was a third.
Well, Full Gash lost his glaive. That's like a whole.
Oh, it's like
other
a whole
half.
person. You're right. Profi goes, I'm so sorry. You're right. There's a glaive in the forest somewhere we have to retrieve. So, you guys talk for a minute, and you find out that this Dragon Rider has been hired by the Old Man, which you guys will remember is actually a tiefling in disguise. He does not. He knows him as the Old Man. He hasn't been hired directly, but the Old Man seeked him out, basically, or sent a message to him and said, hey, look, it's good money. Come take care of this for me. You're a competent fellow. Maybe you can hook up with some people, yada, yada. Upon arriving here, he was told that one of the other adventuring parties had lost some members, most of their members, and their surviving member was sitting at the bar. Intro into the bar, you guys walk in, and there's like 4 people there. One of them being a tabaxi drinking a large stout of something that smells... Well, you can smell it from several feet away. It's very strong. So, cutscene into our other character. Go ahead and introduce and explain what you look like and who you are. Oh, I forgot. Dragon Rider, what's your name? Because you introduced yourself.
I never did. Correct. Befner.
Beshner. Dude, you and your names are great.
Bef. Befner.
Okay. Someone write that down in the chat for me later.
But yeah, so there's a tabaxi sitting there. He's mostly pure black. There's probably like a little bit, like maybe like a little bit of white fur, maybe like on his nose or something. But yeah, jade green eyes. His tail's kind of like it's like wrapped, like not. I wouldn't say wrapped around the chair, but like it's maybe like a bit curled around it. He's kind of sitting there, and you see him staring into a book. And then also the thing he's drinking, it's water, but he flavored it with like tuna flavor.
That's so much better. Oh,
That's fun.
yes.
But yeah,
That's why we all smell it.
right.
So,
But yeah,
Oh, I will approach said tabaxi with emerald green eyes and black fur, and say, "I believe you have a delivery."
so Paige will put his book down, and he'll kind of like he'll look a bit he'll look right. He'll look a bit annoyed that he was interrupted from reading, but then he'll be like he'll hear the word delivery and be like, "Oh, good. What's the delivery?"
Yes, it is your order from a particularly happy merchant. As I unravel a cloak of elven kind.
Ah, yes, thanks. I've been wanting this. And then he'll take out like a couple of gold pieces and like flip them. What's your character's
Okay.
name again? Sorry.
My name is Marzex Duskbringer.
Okay,
As
yep,
you see,
we call him the mummy.
lawn dry skeleton like hands reach out at a couple of gold pieces you're flipping.
And then he'll also offer for you to sit down. He'll be like, "So, how far did you travel from?"
Take a seat. Oh, well, me and a few of my fellows, we've traveled a decent bit, but we've been in town for the last few days or so. Fought some squirrels, left.
Ah,
As you can
squirrels, huh?
see, my complexion doesn't well suit squirrels.
Gotcha. Ah, squirrels, huh? Yeah, I never really, never really liked squirrels. They always kind of like, I always feel a instinct to chase them, I guess, whenever I see them.
So, as a DM question
Well,
for
then you would love the job.
as a DM question to the character, this character already knows about the dire squirrels. Yes.
Oh, um, probably.
Yes. Remember, your previous party was allegedly murdered by them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I was like, wait, because I thought we were talking. Sorry, I thought we were talking about my old character. I was like,
No, this one.
no,
This one.
right, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. Okay, yeah. So instead, I'll be like, oh yeah, he'd be like, oh yes, squirrels. I lost some people to squirrels recently. So
The dire squirrels in the forest?
uh, I believe so.
Yes. Your character will be very, very empathetic. Yes, those bastard squirrels. They killed all my friends.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. They
Oh.
killed all my friends, ripped out their eyes.
Were you as underprepared as we were?
Pretty much.
The
My
answer.
character dropped to the side. They always go for the eyes.
Yeah, luckily I was able to get away. Well, he says,
Well,
unfortunately, I
we
was
are.
faster than. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
He was like, unfortunately, I was fast. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess for me, I was faster than my other party members.
We can.
The DM's
We
going
can
to time warp
understand.
this conversation slightly. I'm putting the head on. Sorry to cut you guys' roleplay off, but just to get past the intro section so we can move on to all the other fun things we got to finish.
Right. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm all for roleplay, but you guys are introducing yourselves. You guys get that this man met with the party, talked to the old man, set out on an adventure with his friends for the first time. This isn't his first rodeo, and it wasn't his friend's first rodeo, and those squirrels ate them alive, literally. He barely escaped with his life a couple weeks ago. He's been spending his time in town healing, so on and so forth. He thought the cloak that he ordered would be a necessary item to sneak back there, which is why he ordered it and whatnot. Upon you guys talking and the Drake Rider talking and all of you coming together, you decide you're probably a much more formidable team together than apart. So you're going to pool resources and things like that so you can take on these squirrels and get rid of them. Because it's a revenge for basically everyone but the Dragon Rider. And the Dragon Rider probably just like, squirrels sound good. I assume. If you have a different feeling, feel free to...
Chill wants dinner, and I want paid.
We need to get the fur, though.
I should mention the squirrels are very bad at negotiation.
they do not speak the English. They just scream at you.
I have a feeling I might say a word or two.
So, as you guys discuss and decide to form a full party together for a while, at least for this job, you guys come to the conclusion that, A, you're still not ready, and you gotta spend some time getting your stuff. And again, to cutscene this just a little bit so we're moving on and not taking forever on a shopping session, you guys have a chance to get two things? I don't know. How much stuff do you guys want per character? So I know, for Profi's character, he needs to get his rapier enchanted, so it does magical damage / fixed. But that's really all I can afford to buy with the money I found. So, for the rest of you, what are your guys' thoughts, opinions, and whatnot? What are you trying to get done?
I would like to get my great axe enchanted with some form of random magic.
Okay. So you're just going to take it to Enchanter. So you and Profi can go together because you have weapons and you're good to go somewhere else. Our handy dandy orc, are you kind of in the same boat?
Yes, but I also would like to get these potions and this ruby checked out if it's possible.
Okay, cool beans. You can do that separately, but you'll go with the two of them to get your weapon that you already have enchanted, so you're all going to the same place, making the same discussion. The rest of you, do you have stuff to get enchanted, or do you need to buy just straight up items?
I have a question about mine. So the 1,300 gold, did we separate that 4 ways and get 325 apiece?
Sure.
I was in the assumption it was going to be just a party pool.
Yeah, really, at this point, that's really how it's going to be. You know what I mean? So you guys will afford what you can afford when you can afford it. If someone is,
I say we split the gold.
well, not everyone can hold it all is the issue. Someone has a coin pouch that is basically the group's money. Unless you're trying to be sneaky about being gold whores, and at this point, you guys are all in town traveling relatively together, so it doesn't make sense for you not to have like you're trying to equip yourselves. It wouldn't make sense for you to be like, I'm holding on to this 200 extra gold because I don't want to have someone else spend it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's kind of part of my character.
Are you really greedy? Is it?
Yeah, I have 661 gold. I specifically bought almost no equipment and no items. I just hoard gold.
Ah, okay. Well, you will know that you'll probably have to spend some of your gold on something. You know what I mean?
So,
yes.
from my character's mercenary experience, having a central pool of money that can be used to fund the party, if we need items repaired or things taken care of, is just a smart investment. A small portion of whatever we make off of every job we do goes into that fund so it continues to grow, and then everything else can be split amongst the party.
Right. And the four of us that did the recon thing for earlier understood that the money that we made from that was going to be for equipping our characters with stuff. With our two added party members, instead of like promising them a share or salary or whatever, we're also going to try and share with them and pool their resources.
Yes.
Now, mind you, if your character specifically is like, I am not spending my 600 gold, or I am only spending my 600 gold on me, that's fine. But when you do that, you also don't get to use party wealth.
I was just asking because I think I have like 26 gold pieces and then the emeralds.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. I got like 25 and the rubies, but we're gonna spend those on stuff and things shortly. So you spend from your character money first, and then we spend from the party gold just to make life easy. Cool beans. As characters, I believe we would all agree to that because that seems reasonable, especially because we're spending a good fair amount of money on stuff. Regardless of if you're greedy or not, knowing that everyone has something to defend themselves so they can defend your back is going to be way more valuable than a couple extra pieces of gold at the end of the day. And you would all realize that regardless of how you feel as a person. I mean, you're all smart enough people to be like, gold good, life better.
Yeah. No,
Except the mummy.
Well, even the mummy would be like, he gets it. I mean, he don't want these yahoos to get murked off because if they die, he could get destroyed, especially by these squirrels. He's very motivated not to get hurt by the squirrels because they're death for him.
Full Gush would just put that out there about having a party fund that would help.
Okay, and that's something you
fund
guys.
These kinds of things.
So for the interest of roleplay in your character, so I'm going to take off my hat. Go ahead and have this discussion how money should be divided because you guys are forming an official adventuring party at this point. You've all agreed to that part of it. But how will gold be distributed? How do you guys want to share the wealth? Because this job pays okay money. It won't replace the money you're buying to get equipment currently to fight it, but it'll at least get it close to where it was maybe. So how do you guys?
I understand that everybody needs to. I'm a mercenary. I understand full well that everybody needs to get paid for a job. And when we get paid, we all deserve a cut of that money. But as we are growing and traveling together, it makes sense that there be a fund that can help resupply the party. That can keep the
I have
company.
no argument.
And
However,
That's because
that
you're
if one
poor.
person were to steal your gold pouch, if one person was to take the full gold pouch, everyone's money would be lost.
Yes. I say that a mutual agreement to help each other with gold when we need it, but everyone holding their individual share would be beneficial, because if we split up in a town and only one person has the gold, then, you know, I can't get
Also
us
makes them an
rooms
easy
while
target.
you buy a new sword. Yeah.
I agree with the mound.
Profi
Then
says,
why not a compromise? 50% of gold stays in a pot and 50% gets distributed amongst the members.
That's kind of what I was getting at, is that a portion would go into the party pool, and then the rest would get distributed amongst the party members.
Who
Now, the
who
amount
holds the
is,
pool though?
I'd be
well,
willing to
I
hold it. Oops, sorry.
believe we have a box that would be perfect for holding said pool.
well, so which one of your guys' characters had the unlimited coin pouch? It wouldn't necessarily help with the gems stuff, but it would help with all the coins.
Who had? I have a bag of holding, but it's not an unlimited coin pouch.
Okay, someone bought a coin pouch, didn't they? That was, or is that a different campaign? Am I totally off here? Was it on one of the dead characters? Is there a reason for us to go loot our friends' bodies and be like, hey, we need this? Sorry.
I don't remember having
I
a
know
coin.
I did not do that.
Yeah, I don't think I did
No.
either.
Okay, well
I
maybe
don't have anything about it.
then I must be thinking of a different campaign. Thinking about it now, I think it is my guest draw campaign, so don't worry about it. So never mind, that's not a thing here. So then we go back to, we have someone who has the box O holding, which can be locked, and then a regular bag of holding, which is still good, but it's a tad bit more stealable.
We have a locking chest that could be used to
Yes.
store party gold. And it doesn't have to be, we could say 10% of whatever we find goes into the party pool. And then everything
I don't
else.
care if it's 10% or 50%. I just want some of the money in my personal pocket, even if I'm carrying this box.
Of course, I want to get paid for any job I do.
Same.
Okay,
Yes.
how about we each split 100 gold apiece, and then the rest of it goes in the box?
This is agreeable.
I'm fine with that as well. I mean, I just showed up here, so I can't really complain.
Right?
Profi doesn't
Oh,
have a
hello.
problem. He's very glad that you guys are figuring this out without his input. He's over here like, yeah, great, money. We worry about that, right? That's important sometimes. I forget.
You peasants actually have to think about that.
The only guy who's never actually had to worry about that till now.
Well,
So each
so he does. It's definitely something he's dealt with. It's not like he's been a pampered boy his entire life. He is an adventurer. He's a level 7 like you guys. He'd been out in the world. But it is something he forgets about quite often.
So there's 700 gold in party wealth and 100 gold to each player character?
Sure, that'll work for now.
Okay.
Before we continue, we should take a quick moment and decide how much of whatever we earn is going to be considered party treasure.
I'd say a quarter, because there's 6 of us, right? And so if we divide it into 8 shares and give 2 to the party and 1 to each of us, that's easy math.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good
Yep,
with that.
that's smart.
That means a quarter of it goes to whatever, but that's easy math. All right. So we are about at the hour and a half mark. Do you guys need to take a bathroom break or anything like that? You guys good to go forward before we do the buying stuff?
I'm good.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna run and grab some water.
Okay, so 10 seconds while I pause the video. Because I can do that. Pause. All right, we're back to recording. Going back to full screen. And So, after the potty break here, shopping.
First.
Okay, again, I'm gonna cut scene this a little bit to make life easier. So for the people that don't have weapons that they're just enchanting, starting with Dragon Master. Dragon Master, what do you need? What do you not have? Again, you were given a free thing already that you've probably have a good weapon. Is there anything else that you're looking for as a character, and or do you have enough money to dole out to anyone?
So I either need to silver my other shield,
Okay.
or find some like fuse.
Fuse, like explosive fuse.
Yes.
Okay. Let me roll for fuse. That's something they might actually have, but be like under mining equipment, or in this case, since we're in the wildlands, road clearing equipment. Yeah, they totally have some, along with some black powder. Again, it's used for clearing the roads if necessary. How much you trying to buy? What you trying to get? Are you just getting the fuse itself? Because that's relatively cheap.
I'd say I need probably about 100 feet of fuse.
Okay.
Well, depending on how big a spool would be, honestly, I could always use more.
So
But
I'm gonna say a normal spool of fuse, which is basically just like semi-better rope or tiny rope, whatever, is probably gonna run you like five copper a foot. So you can get up to like 500 feet if you really want to, but then you got a big old spool. If you want like a normal 100-foot spool, that's 500 copper. So you're looking at 5 gold.
Okay, cool. I'll do the 100-foot spool.
Okay, you now have a fuse.
And then, how much is gunpowder gonna cost?
Ooh, good question, gunpowder. Hey, we have a handy dandy chart for this. The question is it on my phone? The answer is yes. Boom, heck. Go to that. Nope, not that chat. That's the wrong chat. Boop-a-doop. That's also the wrong chat. Boom. Full sheet. Well, I wonder if I put prices on there. I don't think I did. So again, that was a large oversight on my part. Well, actually, it wasn't oversight. I did that on purpose, but little did I know it would come to bite me in the butt.
The thought every DM has at least 5 times per game.
Right. Basically.
If I remember right, enchanting a weapon makes it magical, right?
Yes, for the most part. The only time improving your weapon via enchantment does is if like it specifically says it doesn't because it's mechanical enchantment.
Gotcha.
And then enchanting is just making it silver.
No.
Basically.
Nope. Silver does something different. It's also cheaper.
Oh, I thought silver counted as making the weapon magical.
So it does,
Only
but
for
only.
certain things.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're fighting were-rabbits or something, any of the were creatures, any of the undeady stuff, it has effects on for some reason.
Do need to enchant. Then I definitely do need to enchant my shield.
Okay. So, regular SRD Salinas, a 20-pound thing of gunpowder is 250 gold.
Okay, so I'm looking at like no more than a flask size amount of gunpowder.
So you're looking
like
for
something I can literally carry on my belt.
Okay, so you want a pound of gunpowder. So you're looking at 15 gold.
Okay.
I'll be on for a couple hours for this show. I know it's bedtime for you.
Tell her it's time for the sleep. Okay. So anything else? You said you needed to enchant your shield.
Yes.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to figure something out, aren't you?
I don't know if that was to you or to his daughter, but perfect timing. Okay, so like I've talked about before, enchanting a weapon with a basic level elemental effect is, how much did I say last time? 500 gold. And then for various extra effects or leveling up or whatever, that's like 250 increments. So basically, if you want to go from if you're trying to add spell slots or whatever, it's like 100, or not spell slots, but magical slots into a weapon. They're like 100 per charge, kind of thing.
Okay.
After the initial whatever your power thing is. So.
I thought that just like putting a +1 enchantment on there was only like a couple hundred.
So that's. Yes, sorry. 500 is for the equivalent of a +1 with an effect. That's what it is.
Yeah. But we only need minimum we just need to make them +1 weapons for them to be considered magical. And
correct, which is only the 250. But the only thing that gets you bonus wise is you basically add an elemental type of damage, and when you critical, you get that extra D whatever your weapon is. Of stuff, which is still good in its own, but then you can't do like the I'm magically fleeing some son of a gun 500 yards away, haha, or whatever. Anyway,
see, that's why you just have the muscles. You just do it.
You just do it, Matt. The magic is in here, and in here, and in here. Yes. So you just need to enchant your shield. You go with the rest of us for enchanting. All right, jumping down to sneaky, stabby. Our other new fellow rogue.
Yep.
I already have a +1 shield then, so I mean, if I can make then there's really I don't need to actually enchant it though.
So what? Sorry, question. Why do you have a +1 shield?
I looked up how much it is in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
What is it?
And I bought it. It's 112 gold pieces.
What is it?
It's just a +1 shield.
Oh. Oh, I guess technically, I guess that's a magical weapon. That's nice. Okay, that's like the cheapest magical weapon there is, there, buddy. I'm for it. You're good. +1 to AC, +1 to attack. It's the best $112 I've ever spent in my life. Some fucking bullshit. But I'm for it. It's good. The rest of us are gonna spend so much extra money, y'all are gonna be mad. I'm sorry. So he's good. We don't even need to worry about him. Shut up, Drake man. You get no extra money. All right, jumping down. Sorry, thief. Do you have magical stabby pokey things, or do you need magical stabby pokey things?
Probably neat. I was gonna probably like enchant like my rapier, and if I have enough money left over, also a dagger.
Okay. So you're gonna go. So we're all going to an enchanter who's gonna have the best day of his life. I just made so much money. It's only gonna take like 2 weeks to get it all done. So speaking of, since you guys are all going to basically the same person, let's see how many enchanters there are in town, because you probably don't actually want to take them all to the same person for speed and convenience. Otherwise, you're going to be weaponless for a week. So someone go ahead and roll me a investigation check to see how many enchanters there are in town that are willing to work for people. I mean, there's always more, but sometimes they're just lazy. Or bad. Gonna hand over.
Well, I got a 6, so.
At 6 total, yeah. You're like, there's the one we heard about. That's it. That's all I heard about. That's it. No. All right. Who else wants to take a step?
15.
15 is much better. So go ahead and roll me a D4.
3.
3. So you know of the original guy that we met, and 3 others that are in town that do relatively good work. You haven't heard anything negative about them. Obviously, enchanters are artificers or wizards, so how they enchant things varies. So if you go to different ones, they might have a different style or effects that they can add to your weapons. it's kind of a just a cat's bag who you go to though. So the enchanters you know about. I'm going to say there's 4 of them. You guys are good with the 4 of them. So the first one, human female, old, been an enchanter in town for forever. Second one, also a female. This one is an elven female who is old in human years, but like middle age for an elf. The third one is a male tiefling, but not the one you met. The male tiefling was the one that you guys heard about originally from the other tiefling, just for funsies. We'll say that's where the connection was from. And then the last one is a fairy, or a team of fairies that do all kinds of magical stuff. Their things, though, are a little bit more gnomish in nature, and they do more of the build it and then throw magic on top of it. Is what you were told. So, with the 6 of us, or 5 of us that are doing this, actually, Mr. Younger, are you getting anything enchanted or done, or are you good with just magic stuff?
I do not need any items enchanted.
Sweet. Okay.
I would instead like to try to go somewhere to trade an item for another item of similar cost.
Okay, we can do that in a second once we get past the enchanting. We'll do that at the same time that we figure out what the heck the potions are and what the heck the emerald is. And maybe the bow, because you guys didn't sell the bow.
Oh, I'll go with the guy who's ever going to the potion place.
Okay, well, you guys will side quest in a minute. So, for the 4 of us that are enchanting weapons, which one do you guys want to go to? Because I assume you want to split it all up, just for time convenience. You all get to pick one. But on a plus note, they'll be ready to go in a day or 2 instead of the week or 2.
Which one would be best to go to for a frightful enchantment of some kind?
That is on you as a player and a character. I've given you the basic descriptions that you heard about them. The only one that had there's something crazy is the team of fairies. And that's probably not super frightening, you would assume.
I'll probably go to the tiefling, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to the original guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, too easy.
I missed all of the descriptions because I was talking to my daughter.
Oh, old human female, middle-aged elven female, tiefling male, and group of fairies.
And they all have a different way of enchanting?
Correct.
Cool. I'll go to the middle-aged female.
Middle-aged female, human. Blah, blah, blah. I was going to say there's 2 middle-aged females. Or sorry, middle-aged female would be the elf. The human is old. Okay, so elf. Cool. Boom. All right, that leaves me and you, sir. And I'm going to go last just because Profi is undecisive.
I'll go to probably the old person.
You're going to the old lady. That means I'm going to the fairies. This will be great. All right, so starting with let's do the old lady first. So starting with you there, Sean. As you enter this magic shop, the old lady is accompanied by an old man, and they're 2 halves of the same idiot. Is the easiest way to describe these 2. Classic old people couple that argue with each other, but are obviously still with each other for good reasons.
Gotcha.
So as they call themselves mean names and talks and things like that, you find out that she is a temporal wizard that is retired here, and most of her stuff is dealt on time magic. Her enchantments are all about time. So you are taking a what tour? What weapon are you trying to get enchanted? Or weapons, if you have the money for it.
So a rapier and a dagger.
Okay.
If possible.
Okay. So, like I said, base level enchantment to get it to just an elemental-esque upgrade is 250. And then to get an effect added onto that is another 250. Or you could do a charge system, which are you expend charges or whatever, and that's 100 gold apiece to add that instead.
Gotcha. I think I'll just do probably just a normal, probably not +1, probably just a normal, just to make it magical, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I get also I only have like 363 gold on me, so I can't do both.
Okay, so
I'll
you,
just-
you want the rapier first?
Yeah, and then I'll probably just get the other one enchanted somewhere else.
That's totally fine. Or you'll find one. Who knows? Anyway, so you hand her your rapier and you're like, look, now I'm gonna DM flip what I said from a second ago. Since you're only banging the base level, you don't have to get a +1 weapon. It can still be magical and have an effect instead. Or
Right.
it could be a +1 with, like I said before, the base +1 stuff.
Gotcha. I'll get the effect.
Okay, so your rapier is taken away. And she says, I'll work my magic on it and get back to you tomorrow. I'm going to fast travel that so you get it later. So your effect, right, is if you hit a critical with your blade, you allow allies to move freely for 1 turn.
Ooh,
If they are within a... we'll say you roll an extra d6 on when you hit a critical. So if they are
Okay.
within whatever that d6 roll is, they can get a free movement, basically.
Sweet.
You yourself included, obviously. And basically,
And then
phasing through the
sorry.
future. No, you're good. You're good.
I was gonna say, could I like try to like sweet talk them and to give me a discount?
So magic, right, is generally not discounted, because of the materials it takes to do so are relatively rare.
Gotcha.
If they were to give you a discount, it would take longer or something like that. And you want this done fast, so you're paying them whatever they're asking for to make life easy on everybody.
Oh, makes sense.
Now, mind you, if you were like just doing a, hey, this can get done in 6 weeks whenever you have time, and then you were trying to get a discount, fine. But you want it to tomorrow or the next day.
Gotcha. So it's
I'm listening.
just making sure it's allow allies a free movement when I hit an enemy, right?
With a critical.
Or
When you critical.
with a critical.
Yep.
That's it.
So you roll critical, roll your... Sorry, it's not a d6, a d8, because it's rapier, right?
Yes. Yep.
So instead of doing extra damage with it, right? It's magical, and it does the d8's worth of whatever. And if whatever that second d8 is, if the equivalent of that to 5 feet increments, that means you can get someone who's up to 40 feet away to get a free movement for you. The only requirement is it will be an attuned item.
Right. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Okay. Next, jumping over to our handy dandy fighter. Fighter, you're getting your glaive enchanted. You went to the who? The middle-aged elf, right? Frozen. He might be talking with his daughter still. We'll come back to you in a minute then. Jumping down to technical difficulties with the tiefling. So as you enter the tiefling shop, it's really just a stand kind of on the corner, but it's a nice stand. You know, instead of being a rollout shack with just everything thrown together, it's like metal in nature. Excuse me. Yes. Oh. Must have been the baby. Metal Shack looks nice. All of his stuff seems to be. What's the best way to describe this? His enchantments seem to be flowy, watery, very crystalline. Oh, they're loud, and so forth.
Okay. I walk up to him, greet him and such.
He looks terrified.
And I, as he should be, my cloak is currently a cloak of blood spatter.
Jesus.
Why would you do that? You're so scary already. Just amp up. He's got a cape of blood flowing off of him. Why?
I'm gonna hold out my great axe after greeting him and such, and making sure I'm in the right place, and ask him if he can enchant this great axe to feed off of fear.
To feed off of fear. So, are you also not taking a +1 and instead doing an effect?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm willing to pay 400 or 500 gold. Because with the extra 100 gold, I have 761, and that'll keep me above my
Okay.
200 that I like to keep on me.
Gotcha. So at 500 gold, you can afford a weapon with a +1 and an effect.
Okay, then
So
I'm going to do so.
Fear. Let's see if that's in his realm of possibility. Let me roll for that and see how good of a enchanter he is. What level would he be equivalent to? Okay. All right. What? So the spell Fear. What level can you cast that at?
I can't cast fear.
I know you can't cast Fear. I just meant in general.
Hmm.
You are just scary. Give me a second while my stuff opens. Alright, so there's two. There's a first level version and a third level version, and you had to be level 5 to do third level spells generally as a wizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so +1 weapon. It does force damage. Actually, you want to do fear, and he does watery effects, so he can make it psychic damage. And so
You wanted the weapon to feed on fear?
That's the words I used. Because I have the menacing feet.
Mm-hmm. So, with this weapon, right? So I'm gonna say it does psychic damage. If you do more than half max damage, so with your battle axe or whatever, if you roll what is it, a 12? So more than half. So if you roll a 7 or higher, you cause the frightened condition.
Ooh, I like it.
Which is relatively strong, honestly. We'll see if we might have to change that later, but for now, that's what I'm going to say it does. So psychic damage, frightened effect, +1 weapon. So, and like I said, that's rolled damage, not with pluses and all the other fun stuff that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which basically means crits are going to be good. That gives you 2 chances to roll above a 7 instead of just 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so jumping over to Frozen, are you back?
Yes.
Hey, all right. So you went to the elven middle-aged enchanter. So as you enter the shop, it smells terrible. And it looks like the mushroom hut house that she is living in with her brood of children of various races. They don't even all look elven. They're just a random assortment of children. There's fungi growing everywhere. There's funky smells, all kinds of stuff. And as you approach her and ask her about enchanting your glaive, she informs you that her enchantments are nature-based, but in a decaying sense. She focuses on the artworks of necrotic and elemental stuff that deals with poisons and things. Because poisons can be helpful for killing diseases. So,
Interesting.
now it comes to your decision. What level of enchantment are you trying to get on this bad boy?
Initially, I was thinking about just getting a basic +1, but poison seems like an interesting kind of thing to have.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll pay. Mercenary's only as good as his equipment, so I'll go ahead and pay the 500 to have it.
Wonderful. So, Your weapon is enchanted with a Nox stone. So she pulls out a fungal stone, right? And she does this in front of you for a little bit, and she explains what she does as she's dyeing it. And she's imbuing your weapon with this stone, and it's melding into the metal and kind of like eating its way through, which would usually destroy the integrity of it, right? And you can see the cracks and things are filled with this kind of poisonous thing, and your weapon glows green. The effects of this weapon is it's a +1 that does poison damage, and it constantly does an extra 1d4 poison. No extra crazy criticals. Criticals are criticals as usual, but always 1d4 extra poison. And it's +1. So, the big damage.
Excellent.
Also, there is a legitimate official item that is very similar. I'm pretty sure it's called a Nox Axe, if I remember correctly. NOX.
Excellent.
So, jumping over to the handy dandy fairies and myself, Profi goes into the shop and they look at his bent rapier and give him the business on what he did and why he did it, and he says, I poked something and it just broke. It broke real bad. And they say, okay, we can fix that. We'll reinforce it and make it stronger. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great, but I need it to be magical. That's the big thing. And there's some sighs and some anger. And they take the bent rapier and they start cutting it into pieces. And I'm like, what are you doing to my sword? And they say, come back tomorrow, you'll see. So, again, to cutscene things quickly, Profi comes back to a extendo rapier. It's a +1 force weapon, but as a bonus action, I can extend its length to give it reach. And a bonus action to retract it. Not that it does anything, but if I take my action to hit something at range, like I poke it and it shoots out, it will, I don't know, it'll be a fair thing on that. I mean, it just gives reach, which is fantastic with the rapier. I'm not gonna say it doesn't do anything. It just
hit.
I'm listening.
I was gonna say with a hit, since it's a bonus action to like trigger that.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit like a target with it, it like collapses it back. Or do you want it to just stay like permanently out, like it resets it almost?
Yeah, so the last time I did a mechanical shooting one, it did a multiplier, but I don't want to do multipliers in this campaign because multipliers and damage are unfair. That's not a terrible idea. So if I hit someone with it when I hit the bonus action, it retracts. Yeah, okay, that sounds fair. So like if I shoot it out and it's extended for as long. But if there's someone that I'm like, aha, pokey to poke. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I dig it. So +1 magic. Xtendo. Rapier. +1. I give it a 6. 3. And force. That's force damage, which honestly is pretty good because there's not a lot of things resistant to force damage. So, bonus action, pew! And if I miss, it's extended, which is fine. But once I hit something, okay, how about that? Once it hits something, it retracts regardless. That way I'm not running around with a 10-foot pokey-to-poke. Okay, and I paid for that with 10 of my 12 rubies. Bam. Paid for. We all have weapons at this point. So, jumping over to the potions and the mummy. You guys go into one of these magic shops. Probably the same elvish lady that she was at. You see if, hey, you know magic. What about this? And because she had the crazy looking stone, you show her the ruby because you're like, well, maybe it's similar.
You
Um,
could probably have identified the potions too.
yes, yeah, because she does the magic. So she tells you that she's not a potions person necessarily. Do you take her word for it? Do you push the matter?
I'll take her word for it.
Okay. She'd be happy to identify them for you though, but it'll cost you a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So she's gonna identify 3 items for you, all at the same time. So it'll, instead of being 300 gold, it'll be an extra 100.
Ooh, no, I don't have that much.
I was about to say, I think we might just go over to the old merchant.
Yeah.
What just have the mummy drink on? He's already dead anyways.
Well, if they're potions of healing, I don't want to waste them.
Good point.
That is fair.
Plus, he owes me a favor for making a delivery.
Okay, so you go back to your merchant that you're friendly with, and you show him the potions and the ruby, and he looks at the potions and says, "Oh, do you want me? Do you want me to drink them to figure this out? I'm not an alchemist."
I figured you might know something about him.
he throws his hands up. My guess is good at yours. I mean, I could pour some out and see if something crazy happens, but you could do the same thing.
In that case,
Can
I'll
you
just
identify
allow
this
them to
other
do the
object?
stupid things.
So you hand him the red Jimmy stone thing, and he goes,
Yes.
"Look, this probably isn't worth much. I know you sold me some stuff earlier. I'll buy this off you too, just to take it off your hands. It looks like a nice ruby. I'll give you." He kind of weighs it, throws it up in his hand a couple times. I'll give you 250 gold for it.
Am I still charmed by him?
Yes, technically. No, your mummy friend is not, so.
Would I know that to be a good deal on such a large ruby?
Well, you can make an insight check or something like that.
I was going to say, my character is charmed, so the thought of he's willing to just trust what he says.
Yep, 100%. Yep, you're right. You're like, give me the money. But if your comrade here wants to take the time
as
to
a
do...
player, I'm kind of suspicious of this.
In comparison to Roger's rubies, how much larger is this?
Well, considerably. It's a good size bigger, but not that. So if a ruby's worth 50 generally, right? And those are the like gemstone size rubies, so nothing bigger than your pinky's nail, right? Nothing
Yeah,
bigger
and
than
this
that.
is like a whole gold coin size.
Yeah, this is a big marble. So being 10 times the price or 5 times the
Rounded
price, yeah, it doesn't seem unreasonable whatsoever for how much it could cost. He might be shorting you, but he's a merchant. They're always going to short you. But he's not shorting you 1,000 gold or anything. You know what I mean? He's not screwing you over that bad. If he is.
You get the feeling you're getting a fair shake.
Well, he hasn't rolled for it. You can make an insight check.
Yeah.
The charmed person, 100% yes, that is the feeling he's got.
Oh yeah, my character's absolutely 100% like, okay, yeah, I'll totally take that money. But like me as a player, I'm suspicious of this. Like, there's no reason to round a ruby like that unless it's being used for a purpose.
It's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, I will do a insight check on that.
Do so.
Probably not going to be great, but
Hey, look, we don't get to do insight checks very often. This is a great opportunity.
I rolled a 14, and that's my insight.
All right.
Of +0.
So with that insight roll, you believe that your friendly neighborhood merchant man is being relatively honest. Again, he might be stiffing you a little bit, but he isn't giving any like, you need to give me this ruby. I need it. You know, anything that's saying like that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I'm not any more privy to it.
Well, I'm willing to part for 250.
Okay, he pulls out 25 platinum pieces and hands them to you.
I turn to him and ask him if he can identify this magical longbow.
He goes, weapons! I'm a little bit better at that. And he says, you give me like 6 hours. I can do some stuff with it when I have a little bit more free time if you leave it with me.
Before I'm so inclined, can you, do you happen to have a ring of, what is it called? Radiant resistance?
Radiant resistance. Do you already get a little snowball-y thing that does it?
Yep, but that doesn't give me resistance.
Oh, right. It just reduces damage. You guys are a ring. You guys looked through my rings the last time you were here. I've got no shipments, and I do not expect any anytime soon. So what you saw earlier is what I have. So no, I'm sorry.
Or a pearl of power, boots of elven kind, or brooch of living essence.
So boots of elven kind. Well, I got a cloak of elven kind in today, and what am I in? Or not today, but when I got the stuff in.
I delivered it.
Yes, right, exactly. But yeah, actually, I do have boots. I usually buy them in a set. They go fast.
How about I trade you this ring of jumping for those boots?
You're gonna give up the ring of jumping for the boots? I think that's a common item for. Sorry, it's a.
Nope, they're both uncommon.
It's probably a pretty fair trade. Let's see how he feels about that.
They're both uncommon items.
I guess. Yeah, I can part with these. For a nice fancy pantsy ring of jumping. Profi over here like, I gotta give it to me. I would have what?
I just want to say, in all reality, ring of jumping sucks because it actually does not alter your movement. It just changes how far you can jump.
Right, yeah, but it allows you to just freely jump 30 feet.
Well, no, because your jumping speed is, while running, is like based off your strength modifier.
Right.
Not modifier, based off your strength score.
Yeah, but that's physical jumping. With the ring of jumping, you just get to jump your speed.
No, it triples it. It triples your jump.
Oh, okay. So, whatever.
However, it does not change your movement speed, so you can't move further than 30 feet in a turn. If you jump and your jump is further than that, because it takes like 10 feet of movement to do a long jump, and then you do a jump, and let's say you maxed out, and so you have a 30-foot jump speed, that just means you're in the air until your next turn.
It's still a cool spell.
You're freaking moonwalking through the air like, sup, guys?
Hey, whatever. It's still cool.
But yep, I do that, and I guess I'll leave my bow for him to identify.
Okay, you do so. Relatively no issues with that. So, what's next?
That is what I have done. I guess we should go and find out about these potions at an apothecary.
Okay. So, y'all, one of the two of you make a investigation check to see if you can find some.
I would like to give him advantage because I have a +0.
Okay. It will not give. Well, and do you have a +0 or worse?
Do I? No,
Yes.
I've got a +2 to my investigation.
Okay, so you would just add a +2. So remember, rules that we're using currently, house rules, is when you assist somebody, instead of getting advantage, you give them a +2. Unless your skill is better than them for some reason and you're giving them a help, then they get advantage. Which seems silly, but sometimes you just know people roll better than you.
So that would take my score to a 21.
Killed it. Yeah, okay, you find the apothecary shortly after leaving the shop. Your A1 that's really, it's there. You found it. Pfft, done. So instead of the apothecary, you bring up the couple of potions and get them examined, I assume?
Yes.
So one of them is a potion of invisibility.
Okay.
And then the other one, sorry, I'm here getting something, is a potion of flying.
All right. So we have potion of invisibility. Potion of fly. All right. And while I'm here, how much are you selling healing potions for?
Well, it depends on what tier of healing potion you're looking for. If you're looking for the basic everyday stuff, I sell those for 25 gold a piece. And again, house rule for you guys: potions have 3 uses before they're gone. So their potions are a little bit more useful than per usual. And in combat, if you're fighting, you can take a swig, which is the equivalent of a vial. Gets the base level regular bit of potion of healing. So the 2d4 plus 4. 44? Yeah, whatever. 2d4 plus 2
2d4 plus 2.
is the basic level. Or you take a big old swiggity swig and get all 3 doses of it, and it jumps it up to 64 plus 6. So potions are a little bit better because
What's
you
the
DMs a
next
little bit
level
better.
up?
Basically, as you level up the tiers, the pluses to the base pluses and the pluses to the die are interchangeable. And basically, every time you go up a level, you're adding 50 gold. 50 gold? 25 gold? You're doubling the price of the potion, so.
So a mid tier would do a D6 plus.
No, it'd do extra D4s.
Oh, okay. So instead of getting 1d4, you would get 2d4 plus 4.
3d4 plus 3 is the next tier up.
Oh, okay.
And then 44 plus 4 is 75 gold, and then 100 gold is 44 plus, or 5d4 plus 5. So on and so forth.
So 50 gold a pop for
Get
the
you
mid tier ones.
Okay.
I'll take 5 and lay out 25 platinum coins.
You do so. They seem very enthused. They pull off 5 mid-tier potions and hand them to you quickly.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, would they be the shop that I could like get little tiny vials of glass or like some type of small container that I can seal?
Yeah. Yeah, so for glass vials, they're 3 silver apiece.
Okay. And then they're like what is big around as like a.
So if you need vials, they're, vials, swigs worth of potions or vials worth of poison
Okay.
or whatever. If you need bigger stuff, obviously it costs more because glass is hard to make.
Right. Is there anything? I mean, the vial size is fine, but is there anything that's like cheaper material or glass the only option for that?
Glass, well, it depends on what you're storing, right? Glass is generally the safest option because it doesn't react. Poison does it, or acid.
Gunpowder.
What you would when you bought the gunpowder, it came in a powder horn.
Right. I'm gonna put powder into small vials.
So you probably don't want glass, and you probably want metal if you're doing gunpowder.
Okay. I just need to be able to seal it airtight.
Gotcha. I mean, same principle except for instead of glass, it's metal. I don't know if that would be cheaper or more expensive though. I'm just saying they're the same price.
Right.
You can just change the material.
Okay, cool. Then I will take. You said 3 silver, so I'll take 10 of those.
Okay, easy.
Man, I'm really tempted to get vials and separate all the potions into vials.
It is an option. Vials are good. The only issue with running around with just vials, and especially if they're made of glass, you take a big enough hit, they can break.
Yeah.
And or trying to, it's much easier to grab a potion and swig it, and then you still have it in your hand for next round or whatever, comparatively to pop a vial, chug it, throw it, find another vial. You know what I mean? Less free action use.
Yeah.
You know, if you got to put a weapon away or pull a weapon out, you're kind of screwed for hands that way. If you have a potion, it's like, aha, this is easier.
I don't think Fulgash needs to do anything else, so he would like to find a bathhouse, bathe and groom himself, and spend the rest of the evening tending to his equipment, cleaning it, maintaining it.
Sure. Yeah, so there is a bathhouse. It isn't anything fancy. What tier of service are you looking for? Are you just looking for the basic clean myself and have a room for the night? Are you looking for the deluxe service? Are you looking for just give me food and leave me alone? Like, what are you trying to do out of this bathhouse?
Well, I'd like to take my time and have a nice bath and groom myself, wash my hair, brush it out.
Oh, so you want the deluxe service. You want the fancy soaps, the cleanest water, food, entertainment.
I don't know about food and entertainment, but sure.
It's a bathhouse. Gotta enjoy it while you can. All right, so let's see. Food, entertainment, bathhouse for the night. You're looking at a whopping, what's a week's worth of wages?
Holy shit!
Like a gold piece.
Per day, skilled labor 2 a day. So you're looking at 14 gold.
Oh, okay. No, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's expensive for a regular person. You know what I mean? You're not getting any ladies of the night in there with you, but there's stuff to do. The water's nice. The stuff you're cleaning yourself, it's good. You feel clean afterwards, like legitimately grime free and everything good. You'll have enough time to clean your weapons, and they'll be so on and so forth. While doing that, you're going to be inspired by your cleanliness. The caveat to this is you're only inspired until you're no longer clean. So more than a day or two, it goes away.
Oh.
Scratch my head here, don't mind me.
I think Bill was attempting to talk, but his mic just...
I think he's just breathing really hard.
Oh, my bad. That's the dog again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so again, cutscene to make life a little easier. Your weapon that you find in the thing is a weapon of... Well, there's just not a lot of them, is there? A weapon of warning.
So it's a bow of warning?
Yeah, a longbow of warning. Sorry, what did I say? Weapon of warning? Yeah. So this weapon gives you advantage on initiative rolls when you have it. I have it on you. You don't even need it attuned or anything for some reason. And stops you and any companions within 30 feet of being surprised unless you're incapacitated by anything other than magical sleep.
I can't be put to magical sleep.
And you don't really sleep anyway, so you're basically an alarm system already. Now there's a bow that you or one of your companions can have. That
I mean, it's perfect to have around the guy who has the money in the lockbox.
Yeah.
Fair. Do you use bows?
I can use bows.
Sweet. Okay.
Typically, no, but I can.
Okay. I mean, you're not
That's my elven trait.
Oh, okay. You're good to go then.
Yep.
Elven
I also
money.
have. So I also don't sleep. I just realized that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I forgot that about my character. I don't sleep, and I have the danger sense and everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wow,
So
we have so much in common.
So both terrifying, both monsters of the night. They don't sleep, they don't eat, they can't get poisoned. They're the alarm dogs. The rest of us are safe at night, guys. We don't gotta worry about nothing. The prince over here, like, safe. Ain't no brother, sister, nothing sneaking up on me. They gotta fight me with an army to get my ass.
There's 6 of us. We can always all be within 30 feet of whoever has this bow. Like, we're never getting surprised again.
Ever. Yeah, the assassins, I now have to be like, the assassins fire from 500 yards away. You are not really surprised, but the arrows still hurt. The poison is bad, regardless if you were surprised by it or not. So, jokes aside, you guys are pretty well equipped at this point. You all have at least one magical weapon, some extra Healy supply stuff, thank you. What about kits and things? Again, I don't know how much extra money you guys have. I don't really know how much more time we want to spend shopping. Because we are sitting at the, if I can find Twitch, 2.5 hour mark.
Oh, I would like to have done one more thing while at the apothecary.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do they have a potion of radiant resistance?
Bro, no. I understand you're thinking for the
Why
celestial
not?
squirrels, because that is not a problem most people do. They could, potion of resistance is a thing that they could get, but, like, radiant resistance? Who's fighting angels? How many times are you fighting radiant damage? That's not really a thing that people are like, we gotta defend against this. I will roll, and if I get a critical, fine. But the chances of it being a thing are 1%.
Critical.
No, not even close. I got an 18.
Critical. That sounds like critical.
That
If you were a
sounds
champion, that would be a critical.
Yeah.
better reclass. Okay, so yeah, no radiant resistance potions. They do have potions of resistance, but that's for elemental stuff. So fire, lightning, all that fun stuff that dragons can throw at you, basically.
I don't care about dragons. Besides the one that's outside.
Hey,
No.
Shill can hear
Does
you.
it have wings?
Say what? Sorry.
What?
Does Chill have wings?
The dragon does
Does
have
Chill
wings.
have wings?
Shill has wings.
She can fly, just not with people.
Interesting.
I assume it's a she.
I hadn't really decided. Sure.
So, fun thing about your dragon, right, is you can kind of like just apparate them at will, and change what
Yes.
they do / what elements they have.
So
It's
I can
Godzilla, it's
change
both-
their I can
Male and female. It's a transgender dragon.
I can change their elemental affinity each time I summon.
Right. Well, I was actually gonna say it's not though. It's whatever gender. It can just change its elemental stuff whenever he summons it. It's not a new dragon every time. Same dragon.
Right. Basically, gotta change its aura.
Basically. Oh, hey, I forgot to ask you guys. Who wants what color for dice? Since we're gonna go into combat, that might be important. First one here was Spain or Younger, so who was here first between you two?
I'll let Younger go this time.
Spain.
Okay. Younger, you've been defaulted to. What color
I'll
would you
take
like?
the white one.
There is no white. Try again.
You're a liar.
No,
I saw it.
We're not. No, there's yellow.
He's not using the black and white ones because he wants us to use his colored ones.
Yeah, but you'll get one. That's the advantage.
But I saw them.
I mean, they're here.
Yellow.
Okay, yellow it is. Here, I'm guaranteed this is the one you saw. Okay.
No, it's not. That one was the corner.
Okay. Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna get orange.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Who's next? I believe it was Castaway. Castaway?
Is there purple?
There is no purple. We got black, blue, green, and red left.
We'll go black.
Okay. And
Wait a minute. Why does he get to choose the black one? You said black and white were out.
no, I just said white
You
was
said
out.
white was out.
Look, I held all of them up to the screen. I went like this. You can't tell me what color you wanted. That's on you. All right. So, I believe it was Sean. Sean, what color you want?
I'll go with blue.
Blue.
Please.
All right. And then Frozen, not Frost. Sorry, Frozen. You got red or green. Your choice.
I'll take red.
All right. That leaves me with green. Wah-ha-ha! Should do something fun in the future with these dice. That like when you do your roll, you get some kind of bonus if they're related to something. Anyway. Yeah. So we've got our stuff. You did their extra thing at the apothecary. What's next? What do you want to do? There is other things to do in town. You guys don't have to charge headlong into the squirrels. You could try to do some other things to try and level up. There are other quests. I assume we want revenge on the squirrels. We've been talking about it all night, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what we have to do.
You make a good point. Maybe we should pick up a smaller job.
Because you guys need less than 5,000 experience apiece to level up at this point. So as a group, we need something that's like 30 grand.
Is there any job that would get us there before we go face the squirrels? That we could knock out quickly enough to be able to get the squirrels done?
Hold up, let me look. I know a guy through this situation.
While the party is deliberating on this in front of the job board, I'm just leaning up against Chill, fiddling around with my powder horn, my fuse, the corks, and the vials.
He's making a little mini grenade.
And then I'm attaching them to flasks of oil.
Yep, he's making grenades.
Oh. No, they're fire bombs.
We're level 7s, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, just in comparison, if we were to kill a singular monster, it looks like we would need to be killing something that is a CR21.
God, dude.
Okay, so we need to kill the squirrels.
A lich, ancient black dragon, solar. I mean, hey, if you kill the squirrels, maybe a solar will show up. Oh, please no. Oh, please no. Okay, so more in your guys' roundhouse. What about these dragons? Okay, so that's one of the things you will be fighting. Okay, all right. Kill a whole bunch of those. Let's jump up to 30.
Yes, to define the question a bit more, it's more like, what can we do that might get us that level and still get us to our revenge against the squirrels
This session
tonight?
If you guys kill 3 vampires, you'd make it. Let's see. Jump up here.
I don't think there's any way to do that.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, probably not.
Well, then
If there was
let's just
2 of these. Well, actually, no, you'd still need 3 of those. Holy cow. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
Well, then let's just go kill squirrels.
Yep. It
I
might
wish
be a
I
little
had gotten a
metagamey,
bow
but
of squirrel killing.
Squirrel killing it is. Okay. Let me pull up the stats for what they're based on really quick.
We should
They're
give them
based
one
on
more
death and
chance to run away.
You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to restrict roleplay on this. Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, somebody else can talk to the squirrel.
Yeah, you don't let the monster talk to
Sylvan.
you. Okay.
Wait a minute. Why can't I talk to him?
It wasn't
You don't speak
Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Because you don't
Celestial?
speak squirrel.
It wasn't Sylvan they were speaking.
No, it was celestial or something.
Yeah.
So what I know that these are celestial squirrels to the job description.
It is
Oh, and then
literally
with the cold thing.
literally
Yes.
in the job description.
So
Literally
they're
in the job description that we all failed to read.
I'm gonna chime in and go. You tried talking to them. I might be successful at that, but let me give it a shot once we get there.
All we have to do is make them leave the orchards. So
But if you remember,
Lock
the
them into
pelts
it, then-
are also valuable.
The pelts are worth extra money, but if we can, the job is to get them out of the orchards.
Okay. You're 100% correct with that statement. One more time. Bam. Hey. Is that a little bit clearer for you guys? I was just clicking on my...
It's very dark.
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like I
dark.
can teleport everywhere.
That's actually the map design. Is that crazy?
Since I'm actually on a PC now instead of on my phone, I can actually make that big enough to see.
Bam. How's that?
Oh, hey, look, there we go. That's like perfect.
There, sorry, I should probably move the mouse. It's not part of this encounter. Here, I'll put it in the edge of the camera there. Look, my hands. So actually, I think I almost got this in the right spot. So it's you can pretty much see the whole map. This little bit in the corner, you're missing like one square on the back line on both the front and the back. But I don't think that will be such a big deal. But you should be able to see the lines now. Maybe if you look close enough, you can like.
I can see them much better now than I could before.
Yeah,
but again, I'm on a PC now instead of on my phone. So
I actually get to blame it on the new cameras. They're way better than the last ones. So, improved equipment, better visuals. The only restriction now is Discord itself.
yeah.
Hello? What's up, buddy? You good?
Oh, my Discord crashed. It's like once we get 2 hours in, no matter what, whatever connection I'm on starts to go.
You know, it might just be like your location, like your internet's like, he's burning up like a gig of data. Get him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I pulled out the important Yahoos earlier. Now I just gotta pull out the quote-unquote swarms. 1, 2.
The swarms should have less of them now.
You would
Yes,
think,
they might
except
be
for
like
they just
rabbits.
like disappeared, and it's been a couple days, and they're probably more magical than anything. You know. What kind of challenge would it be if I didn't? 4, 5. Don't mind by counting here. I'm just counting. It's fine. Don't ask questions.
Somebody smite the freaking one in the middle.
You guys did that before, and it turned out real well for you.
Well, I mean, he didn't hit it magically, so.
He did.
Yeah. No, I did not. I had no magical weapons to hit it with.
No, you hit it with your
no.
you hit it with your radiant chest beam. And
What?
Oh yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, remember that was your wild magic that popped out that time? Was you got to throw a D6 worth of extra damage every round?
Yeah,
and-
so I did hit it with...
Yeah, but what I mean is like his actual attack.
Yeah, well, and the paladin did smite.
Yeah, the paladin did smite, and we found out after the fact that it very nearly destroyed the thing.
But they're celestial. Celestials go radiant damage. We resist that. So, you guys enter in the same path that you entered before. And like I explained before, this orchard that you guys are currently in, and there are 3 of them. In this orchard, there is a thing in the center, and these bush lines are actual trees, not bushes. So when you're behind them, depending on what are looking at you, you'll probably gain a +2 from most attacks, as long as they're at range. But that goes both ways. The other bit is there are lit areas. You can see them on the map. They literally have torches and whatnot. Those are well lit. The places that don't have torches are still relatively lit. What time did you guys enter this time? Should we roll a odd, even, and then a d12? I'll let one of you guys do that. We'll add you all to the board. Are you riding your drink currently, or is she on her own?
I am riding on Shill.
Okay, so let me know when that changes, and I will put her on the board separately. I have again, that's her dragon.
Well, how big is the pathway?
Well, she's a medium creature, so she has plenty of room.
Well, I know. I'm just saying for like
They
convenience sake, like if the path narrows a bit, I would get off.
it's pretty wide open until you get to the actual orchard, and then they're 5-ish feet apart for growing reasons.
Okay. Basically, once we get within, like, I don't know, 30 feet, I'd dismount and I would walk.
Okay, I'm gonna have her over here. All right, can you guys see y'all in the corner? It's kind of dark. Let's see if I can change the angle here.
So I can't look at I'm not looking at the map, because if I do, it'll keep crashing.
Ah, well. I will give you my best
Yeah.
directions. For everyone else, can you guys see your guys' characters okay?
Yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Okay, cool. They're a little dark. I wish I had, like, overhead light. If I could. Oh, that's way worse. You can see the characters, but they look terrible. All right, back to where that was. Okay. Anyway, it is what it is. My computer's kind of in the way, so their light's a little blocked. It'll be better when they're over here.
Mm.
Anyway, you guys are there. I've got you all there. We got the mummy here. 1 thief, 2 thief, dragon rider, robot, fighter guy. I will, obviously, as you guys move around, I'll make sure you guys know who's who. So, humming some kind of peaceful tune is a small cat with a crown of would-be stars sitting on his head in the center of the thing. As you all approach and get close enough, the humming stops, and the cat looks at you.
The cat, I thought it was a giant squirrel.
No.
Was it just simple humming, or was it, like, actually celestial?
Do you speak Celestial?
Yes, I do.
You do. Well, then no, it was not just simple humming. It was singing a celestial.
Aha!
It was singing a celestial song.
Okay. Cool. I'll let them know. Be like, this cat's got a pretty good set of pipes on.
Maybe you can tell him to take his pipes elsewhere as I turn my cloak into a blood cloak again.
Did you say elsewhere?
Elsewhere.
No, okay.
Can I try talking feline to the cat?
Is that a language?
I don't think so. I just thought, like, since he's a tabaxi.
I sniff your butt, you sniff mine.
So, tabaxi and or in this world they have other names because there's a similar race to them that I've played with.
Caniniums?
No, Caniniums are dogs
Grimalkins?
that are basically shifters. No, not Grimalkins.
Grimalkins?
No,
You're talking about Khajiits?
No, don't be late. Skyrim gonna goof me up. No, the Shasim. They're called Shasim. And they're more human-like than tabaxi, but basically they're a form of tabaxi, right? Kind of like.
I thought those were actual devils.
No, they're cat people. I mean, they might be devils.
They're Rakshim. Yeah.
No, Rakshim.
They're devils.
Yeah, those are devils. Shasim. Cat
He be
people.
talking about Nekos.
Yeah, basically. That's basically what they are. Again, they're tabaxi, except for they're more people than they are cat. But they're an offshoot of tabaxi. But the language that they talk in are way more like the twitch of the tail, the swaying of their paws. It's very close to thieves' cant comparatively, as to like whatnot. So if you're speaking in quote unquote feline, right? Or whatever language tabaxis naturally speak, it's way more about like how you move and talk than actual words.
Gotcha.
So, with that,
I was just gonna try and talk to it in Celestial.
you can do so, but you're kind of far away. Are you yelling to the orchard? As you are walking into the orchard, the singing stops.
I'll dismount and walk.
You've done so.
Okay.
Again, you can walk in a straight line there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Then I'll approach, palms open.
Okay, you can get as close as you want. How close do you want to get?
I'll get within 10 feet of the cat.
Okay, you're within like 10 feet space or like 10 feet distance.
10 feet distance.
Okay, so you're right at the edge of where they're sitting on this would-be well.
Okay.
While you are walking up, though, you see 3 beams of light appear in the distance.
Okay.
They seem to have occurred while you guys are waiting for something to happen. So, next bit and thing. What do you say? If you speak Celestial, talk.
I do. First I want to ask, what exactly brings you all here? Is it just the apples?
They smile and say, "We are the protectors of this garden and the other gardens in the local area."
So you and the the squirrels, I assume, is what they are, correct?
The celestial dire squirrels. Yes, she says yes. Those are our defenders. They keep everything safe.
Well, recently the townspeople have decided you're more of a menace than protectors of this. So what exactly changed for that to possibly occur?
I have no idea. We've lived here for at least a century, if not longer. I kind of lose track of time. But this is our gardens.
So do you like keep people from getting the fruit? Like no one's exactly told us what was going on before.
No. We share kindly with those who don't do terrible things to the garden. And people that desecrate it are dealt with quickly. And they've done this for years.
Then recently, besides an adventurer party who shall not be named, has there been anyone recently, say like a week past or even longer, that has been causing issues then?
I mean, possibly. There are 3 fields. I am not in control of all of them. I just manned this one with my minions.
Okay. Have you heard of any issues in the other fields, or who might I reach out to find out then?
I do believe it is, as you mortals say, above your pay grade. It's not something you should concern yourself with. You should peacefully leave before things get violent again. I recognize some of your fellow compatriots. They came here a few days ago.
I heard about their visit. I'm sorry to hear that it went so poorly. I understand that it might be above my pay grade on your end, but it's also above my pay grade to say no to my boss as to trying to find a solution. I want a peaceful solution. I'm not here to try and take a life, and I wish the same of you. But we'd just like to find out the root of the cause.
So as you were talking and saying what you say, the mood shifts and like an indignant rage crosses this feline's face. Enough to where you can see it, like just a grimace and angry face, and it says, "You have no authority here, and nor does any other mortal. This is our garden, and the other gardens are ours, and you will leave immediately or suffer the consequences."
Hey, I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds angry. Can we kill them all yet?
As it is saying so, the garden's weather starts to change. Also, what time did you guys get here? We didn't actually roll that.
I rolled an odd for the first part of that roll.
Okay, and then a d12.
Sounds like nighttime to me.
6. So, it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, it's getting darky dark. So the places with light have light. The places without light are dim light at this point. But basically darkness. We're getting there. We're close to it. Give it an hour, and Younger will be able to teleport anywhere that isn't in the light.
Hey Noah.
Yes.
Did you translate any of that to us? What the cat said?
Not really with how I was speaking. I was speaking like in real time, and then.
Yeah, I would say no. So
smart monster mound.
What you guys are seeing, right, as passive whatever, and I will allow you guys to move one time before things occur one way or the other. But you hear him like humming deeply in his throat, like not Mongolian deep, but that kind of like earthy as he's talking to the Celestia, right? It sounds ridiculous. But the thing seems to be understanding it. You then see after a couple seconds of them talking that the cat figure is getting angrier and angrier, and 3 beams of light, like I said earlier, have appeared in the field, and sitting there are bigger celestial squirrels. So, like, you've seen these ones before when you guys had the last combat, but you did not fight them at all. So.
So what I have noticed is while they were.
Oh yeah,
while I
yeah,
was
yeah.
conversing with the
They
cat-
didn't. They weren't sneaky about the beams of light that they flew in on.
Okay. Then I'm gonna respectfully back away, not turning my back.
Okay. You do so.
To the rest.
You want to get about there?
To the rest of the party. Yeah, and then be like, we might want to leave.
Profi.
They remember you all, and I don't think it's gonna be an easier time.
Yeah, I remember them. You know.
Profi says, "Yeah, but we're ready. Let's go."
Yeah, we prepared for this.
Okay.
Why do I suddenly feel like we're making a huge mistake?
Yeah, I guess we could. I guess let's try this.
I look at Shill and growl something in Draconic to her.
Okay. What do you say? Just out of curiosity.
She takes off into the air.
Okay. Shill's flying. How far up does she fly? She has her movement speed with the movement.
40 feet of movement. So
Okay.
she's gonna go like basically straight up.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a D8 on the table. That will be her flight height. And she'll just be on top of an 8 for now. So there's your 8. That way, if we need to ask questions later, I can just change the dice and we're good to go. So, yeah, I should probably actually.
You
use my
said we were
tiny
going to
D8.
get a free movement before everything got
Yes,
started?
yep. First thing first is the dragon taking off in the air. So, roll your initiatives, not for combat, just in general. This isn't counting as a surprise round or anything. You guys are just getting initiative, so we know who's going first and doing what. Hey, heck yeah! Your handy dandy Profi is going on 21 total. Trash tier initiative.
17 for Cool Guy.
Rolled 2 13s plus 4, so 17.
Who has the higher dex?
I have a 16.
I have a plus 4. Oh, sorry.
So 18.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what?
That.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to get everyone. I was asked what's everyone's name in the chat so I can write them down in the thing.
So Rook or Bootmaster is going on 21.
Okay. Yep. So Profi 21, and then and then-
Castaway.
Okay, Cat Monster.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what Hill said. Cat Monster goes on critical. They're going first unless someone gets a critical and has a better AC.
Okay.
Minion swarms are going on 10. And big bad squirrels are going on 7 total.
And the fodder is going on 8.
Befner is going on 15.
Okay, so Bethany,
Nice.
we're skipping you this round because I already let you move. But who's first? Besides the cat person, we're not worried about the cat person. And the enemies, their turn is coming into play, basically.
Okay. Well, so who rolled the 17s?
Bulgash.
Sorry, I actually.
I
No
actually
one
have
understood that.
one more time.
And Full Gash is frozen, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, Younger, one more time. Sorry. What'd you actually roll?
I rolled a 16.
A 16, so you're not tied with anyone then, right?
Yep.
Was it Who? Somebody rolled 2 17s.
That was younger, but he did bad math. It was younger. He did bad math, but he got a 16. Don't worry about it. You good?
And
Okay.
then Noah, what'd you get? Sorry,
15.
15. Okay. And then I know minions got 10, and then who? What else did the other one roll? The squirrels, you said?
So
The big squirrels.
the big squirrels went on 7,
Okay,
and
thanks.
then the cat squirrel that has the crown and high tier pain in the assery got a whatever. So for this round, just so you guys understand, these minions are appearing currently. They are not here, so you're free to move through their squares or run by them with no consequence. Just so you know. All right, so who's first? I think it's Perfect, right?
I thought it was the
Oh, cat monster first.
Cat monster
Yeah,
and
'cause
all
of
the
the
minions
quick-
aren't doing anything, so don't worry about the enemies this round. Just worry about you guys. And we're also
Okay,
skipping
in that case,
Dragon Rider because he already went, and his dragon already went.
yes, Profi goes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action dash. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna get close to my friend and assume next round he will move forward. Next.
I think that's me.
Okay.
I'm going to move so that I can engage this split swarm here.
Okay. You 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can make it there easy. So you'll be in between all of them.
I want to engage them at my range though. I have reach.
Okay. So you can stand here. But it's about the same movement. Let me actually make sure that's in a square. That's the square. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you won't be able to hit this guy at the back end, but you'll be able to hit these two.
That's all right.
Okay, then you're good there. Again, no attacking this round. You're just doing
Nope,
movement.
this is just a free movement before combat.
If you want to dash, you can dash if you have a dash. Next.
and then Hill.
All right, Mummy Man. Robot Mummy Man. Younger.
He's muted.
I know he's muted.
My bad. Is there any way that I could cast a spell during this time?
No, this is movement only. There's no actual targets for you to hit.
I don't want to hit a target. I want to cast a spell on myself.
What spell are you trying to cast?
Shadow of Moil.
No.
Okay. Then I will teleport using my bonus action.
Okay.
Slightly south on the map, about 30 feet in a spot of dim light or darkness.
Okay. So instead of teleporting, how would you move? You got the range for it.
Because I want to also use my action. Or sorry, it's just movement. Because I can be able to turn invisible at will in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm trying to do is like teleport and then be invisible wherever I end up.
Gotcha. So you are not in darkness, though. You are in dim light. The darkness isn't
Which
here
I
yet.
can still turn into. Dim light or darkness.
Oh, okay. Then you are good to be invisible there. Would you like me to pull out the invisible token for you?
Hey, technical difficulties. What'd you get? Sorry, I didn't get yours.
Fodder got an 8.
Potter. Okay. Sorry about that.
There you go. You're invisible now. You're actually kind of hard to see on the camera.
Did I spell it right?
I didn't see the spelling. I have full screen on the combat map.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Someone's typing in. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
New person. New person typing. All right. Bam.
Yeah, sorry about the confusion earlier. I'm
No.
still trying to put like voices to names.
It's all good.
All good. I will say, if we could, I don't know about speeding up combat or making sure that we go fast and don't get distracted, because I have to be at work in 5 hours.
Oh, jeez. They get you in early.
Yeah.
Today. All right. Well, I'll do my best.
Well, it's almost 1 a.m. here.
Right.
There's 7 deer in my front yard right now.
Fancy. I'm for it. Okay, so speeding of combat. It's whose turn? Full gas went. So sneak.
Noah's, I believe.
Noah. All right, we're skipping Noah because him and the dragon already moved. So
Okay, my turn then. Sorry. I'm gonna stealth, if it's possible.
sure, yeah. As long as it's not a aggressive action.
Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna stealth.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Nick,
Would you like to move somewhere where stealth is actually possible? Because you're kind of standing right next to a light in the corner over here, which is why Younger couldn't teleport.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll move to a darker area.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. There you go. You're kind of behind some trees.
All right, appreciate it. And then I got a 19.
A 19. Okay. Okay.
All right, sweet. And then after that'll be Father's turn.
Fada, you're the last one. Now, I will clarify, you can see these enemies teleporting in, but you just can't do anything to them.
Sorry, that's your turn.
I am going to. I'm going to move to the big cat with the crown.
Okay.
I'm using instinct pounce to move over there.
What's that let you do? Because 6 gets you to here, and you could technically use your action to dash, or if your ability lets you do something crazy.
So instinct pounce gives me my speed plus 10 to pounce to an enemy that I can see.
Okay. So
my speed is 30, so it gives me 40 feet.
Okay, so that would get you to here, which is 10 feet away.
Okay. That works.
Okay. That'll give you a little bit of movement for next round, I guess. You made Profi feel safer because you just appeared out of nowhere jumping through the trees.
And my cloak is the blood cloak.
Blood cloak, got it. Looks like flowing blood out of your back, which is terrifying. So, that's our movement. Now we go into actual combat. First thing up is the Catman. It's a target-rich environment. His crown lights up with 11 darts. Hey, look, I just happen to have 11 dice here. We're going to go closest to farthest and not count the dragon because she's at a range, but the rest of you are. So, we'll just count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would be 6. If I roll 6, she's going to auto-miss because we're trying to make combat fast. Here's hoping for 6s. As she's trying to shoot the invisible wizard. Taking guesses. Bam. Well, there's 1 6. Number 5 got 2 shots. Number 1 got 2 shots. Number 3 got 2 shots. Number 4 got 1 shot. Alright, so basically everyone's taken 2 except for Younger and whoever number 4 is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the dude who's hidden, you only take 1 attack, so lucky you.
Nice.
Everyone else takes 2 of these bolts. Everyone makes a singular save for both of them as they fling at you at high speed.
What's the save?
It will be a dex save. Actually, you know what? With these ones, because this will be interesting. It's going to be a Constitution save because they're going to auto hit regardless. It's just whether or not you can withstand the piercing light. That's one good thing. That's a critical fail. Profi, come on! I got to use the good dice apparently. I'm going to burn one of my luckies on that critical fail. That's much better.
17.
So
15 for me.
Sorry,
Veteran
75.
got
Okay, hold up. So I heard a 17, a 15. What else was there?
another 15.
Another 15. Anything else?
25.
25. Oh, jeez. Okay. So those above a 16 currently pass, which doesn't include myself. So I'm going to roll one of my psychic dicey things because I can do that too, and I need it. That is a 3 plus. That's a 15. Still fail. Dang it. Okay, I take 2d12. That really hurts. I take 19 points of ow damage. And I can...
Holy
Yep. I'm going to use my reaction to have that because ow. So, the half of 19 is 9. So I take 9 points of damage. Need some temporary hit points, ladies and gents. That hurt.
So my phone might actually die.
Don't say that. That's sad.
I'm at 12%.
Sir, find a charger quickly.
Plug it in.
I can't. My roommate's asleep. I'm sitting on the USL.
Well, that's high tier, unfortunately.
You
Well, we'll do our best to finish it before it dies.
said this is radiant damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. Roll damage for me, please.
You took 2. 15.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Was this save for event damage or just half damage?
No, it's a hit or miss spell.
Oh,
If it would have been Dex.
I feel you there. Actually, if it would have been Dex, it would have been the exact same. I had +2 in both of them. Profi stats are so trash. Hey, kill some more siblings, y'all. Anyway.
Okay.
After the big cat is Profi. Profi goes, that was I would say rude, and I'm in would you say pain? Since I am not an assassin or anything, just attacking first doesn't do anything cool for me, which is super annoying. But I can yeet my psychic dagger at things, so that's what I'm gonna do. My bonus action this round is to take the steady aim ability as a bonus action because nothing's close to me, and I'm gonna take my daggery psychic power and yeet it at somebody. We'll say, do I throw it at the big bad or do I go for one of the smaller yahoos? Swarm of yahoos. That's what we're going for. One's right in front of me. Straight shot. In range. Hiya! But it's at advantage, though I probably don't. It's an 18. And a 13, so I'll take the 18 plus pluses. Definitely hits. D6, because it's my psychic dagger, plus the pluses. Hiya! That's trash tier rolling. Activating my stealth attack, which is 4, because I got to roll at advantage. That's much better. So psychic damage, 2, plus my dex of 2. My stabby damage, though, that's 21 total between everything. So I do 21 points of damage to the swarm of yahoos. And unfortunately, it's a swarm. You see one of the 3 squirrels in the formation take the knife and die. But there's still others. Profi then goes, well, that was uneventful. Readies his weapon, and that's his turn. Next.
that would be me.
Okay. You are within range of all these yahoos.
and I'm going to attack the one that is by itself.
Okay, this one right here. Roll to hit.
All right. I'm going to roll all 3 of my attacks.
Swap, swap, swap.
And drop my die on the floor. As,
It'd be like that
we're
sometimes.
trying to keep things moving at a steady pace here, and I just had to mess that up. So 16 for the first main hand attack. And 25 for the offhand attack, or not the offhand attack, it's yeah. And then 12 for another main attack.
Okay, so the 12s miss, but the other one obviously hits.
So the 16 and the...
Yep, those two both hit.
All right. No, we've got...
Hey boys, apparently I am needed real bad. If you guys can roll dice for your turns, assuming that you move to a nearest enemy, all of you are definitely within range of spellcasting and or movement. That would save us some time really quick while I run off. I will be right back.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
I just rolled max damage. I just rolled max damage all the way around. Holy shit.
Nice.
Okay, how far did you guys get? No.
Well, I need a clarifying question really quick.
Okay.
The plus D4 damage, is that for every attack or just for...
No, every attack.
Okay, I need to roll one more. Holy shit, max damage across the board. And
So, because of how these guys works, I need to know both individual attacks.
okay. So the main attack does 19 damage.
Wonderful, nice.
The butt strike does
Excuse me, sorry.
13 damage.
Okay. So, obviously, as you hit them, because they are a swarm, they're not as... Well, actually, the butt strike counts as bludgeoning, yes?
Yes.
Okay, for some reason, bludgeoning works better on swarms. So, bludgeoning did good. The slashy killed one. So, with the halfity, there's of the squirrel group, there's one squirrel left.
Oh, they're +1. It's a +1, isn't it? With the along with D4.
I mean, as a general weapon, so I'll add one more to both of those.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Still doesn't kill him, but is better. Again, the squirrel is still standing, so this one's goofed up. There's one squirrel instead of 3. Heck, there's one squirrel instead of 5. Yeah, whack the heck out of him. Next.
Next is Hill.
Hill, what'd you do? Hill, what'd you do? You are muted.
I cast Shadow of Moil on myself, and the
Okay.
area around me within 10-foot radius becomes dark.
Okay. You are in darkness.
That counts as my main action,
Okay.
so I can't really do anything else besides remain hidden.
Okay. Yeah, if anything slaps you, it takes damage.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Do you want to move? Are you good where you're at? I mean, because the darkness
Nope. I'm
moves
good
right
where
on
I'm
through
at.
you. All right. Next.
Yep.
Next.
Okay,
Sorry.
So no, go ahead.
Oh, let's see. Next is you.
Okay. I have 35 feet of movement, so can that get me up to where Trophy and Fodder are?
Yeah, you can. So you move 6 back, so you can literally go right here.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go up to them. Am I within reach of the kitty cat?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. I am annoyed that our negotiations fell into such disarray for who knows what reason. So I'm gonna smack him.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
21 hits. Yeah, if you guys remember
Okay.
from last session, 17 hit the cat thing. I believe. Whatever. I'm gonna say that's what it is for now.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, my phone's at 9%. It just randomly shut Discord off. Okay, so 21 to hit.
Got it.
Smack it. And then I'm going to, I mean, there's no point, but, so damage would be, God. Can you guys roll, because if I keep using my phone, it's gonna shut off. Can you roll a d4?
Sure.
Okay. What is the
That,
number?
that is a 2.
Okay, so,
Oh, sorry.
okay, so 3 plus 1, 4 plus 4 from my homebrewed shield brawler thing. So,
Just include your strength.
oh, yeah, plus 4. So 12 magical bludgeoning fiery damage type. Cool stuff. With the shield.
Fiery. Where did this fire come from?
So I can imbue my schmacks.
Mhm.
Wait, hang on. It's not actual fire damage, it's like more of an effect. Like Lucky Lou.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's an actual fire damage. I was just kind of making it sound cool.
Oh, okay. That's alright.
Just because my dragon right now, he's using the whole, like, basically fire aura. So schmack an attack with the shield.
Okay.
And then there's no point, but I'm gonna bonus action with Shield Master, knock him prone. So is that just a straight strength contest? I don't.
So you're not doing. It says do a shove, right?
Yeah, but you can knock prone with that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just a shove. You make an attack. If you hit, they get knocked.
Oh, okay.
It replaces one of your attacks.
No, it's a bonus action.
With Shield Master, I guess, but normally you can just shove people with a.
Oh yeah, no, I'm using Shield Master for the bonus action
Okay, do it.
to knock it prone. Okay. Now there's no point in me having advantage on the kitty cat right now because I rolled a nat 20. But you know, everybody around me.
He ain't getting up.
So yeah.
Barbarian, get him.
Can you roll a 2d4, please? Someone.
2, 1.
Okay, so 3, 4. There's another 12 schmack with the shield damage.
So just
And
so you know, when you do a shove, it replaces the damage with they get pushed or they fall prone.
No, it's the bonus action though. The bonus action allows me to shove after I've hit.
Gotcha. Okay. I
So
understand.
if I take the attack action on my turn, I can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically I'm thinking since I'm using 2 shields, I'm hitting with my magical one and then shoving with my non-magical, and then when it's down, I'm then hitting it again with the magical shield.
That works. I understand.
Yes. It is prone. I have whacked it twice. And yes. Oh, and then offhand attack. No, that's bonus action. Never mind. Oh, wait, dragon's turn.
Yep.
Dragon Bill is gonna swoop down and eat a squirrel. Whatever the closest one is to it.
So it's 40 feet up in the
I have
air.
to-
So 5,
So basically
10,
it has to go right above the
15.
ground.
So, yeah, if we drop him down, fly down. Let's see, how many feet? 15
Oh, wait,
feet
never
over.
mind. Correction. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Listen.
It's gonna fly over a group. It's gonna stay at altitude, but fly over a group of squirrels. Is there any within that 40 foot?
Well, so if you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these two that are right next to each other are the closest ones.
Cool. It is igniting a firebomb and dropping it on it with its fire things.
All right. Okay. Do you want to be here?
I can't see that. It's gonna try and hit the most possible. It's a 10-foot radius on the oil.
Okay, then yeah, you're definitely gonna drop it there. It won't hit anyone else, but at least, well, except for if you flew here and dropped it. 5, 10, here and dropped it. Here and dropped it. There and drop it. So there you are.
Okay. How do you want to do the damage with the gunpowder explosive portion?
Oh. So it's just a vial of gunpowder.
Yes, and it's blowing up. So it's I'm looking at it's launching shrapnel, plus it's blowing apart and igniting the oil container, plus it's launching that material for the container. I'm not looking at like a ton of damage, but more than the base 5 from the oil.
Right. So they'll all make a dex save. Let me do that first. And let's see. On a failed save, they'll take the base 5 from the oil as burn damage, so they'll have to save from that. And
Right.
then
It burns for 2 turns and just goes away. That's how at least the book reads for that oil.
gotcha.
It just burns for 2 if they fail.
Fragmentation though is hard. So because it's not
Like a D4?
yeah, it should be more than that though, because like if you were to hold that in your hand, is it like a small stick? Would you blow off your hand?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see if I still have that other thing open that I had open earlier.
3d6.
No, that's way too much. Give me a second.
I mean 2D4?
D6.
I'm thinking 2d4 is probably the more appropriate thing. Again, give me a second. I'm scrolling to find the right thing. Here it is. Alright, so base gunpowder does 78, but that's for a full keg. So you're doing not even a pound's worth. So
Right.
yeah, you're looking at like a 1d4, even with shrapnel.
Okay. 1d4 plus 5 on failed save.
Yeah, because you're just doing a vial's worth. That's not very much.
Right. It's enough to basically disperse it instantly. That's what I was kind of going for.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's dropping that, and that will be its turn.
What's the save DC? I'm gonna say. Well, you made this, right?
Yes.
What's your plus to wisdom?
Plus 3.
Okay, so DC is 13.
Okay.
1 fails, 2 fails, and 1 succeeds.
So did you do 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom?
No, I did 10 plus.
Oh, okay.
Just 10 plus your wisdom, which is basically the same
Trick
thing.
rush. Sweet. So yeah, 2 of them will take. Someone rolls a d4 again, plus
Yep.
5, and then they will take that other 5 on the beginning of
Their
their
turn.
next turn.
Uh,
Yeah.
1 + 5, 6.
Okay, so
Okay.
6 points of damage on these guys. It's not magical, but it is fire and shrapnel. So the 1 point of damage they kind of just like ignore because whatever. But the fire damage is fire damage, so
They are on fire.
they're not happy squirrels for sure. 1 or 2 of them probably die at this point. Next, after the dragon,
It's Paige.
Paige, you're
Hey.
hidden.
Yep. So I took damage. Would that make me unhidden? Because I got hit by that lightning strike, right?
You did. Yeah, no, because that auto sinks you out. It's like magic missile.
Hmm.
So yes, you are technically not hidden currently. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I'm gonna go, I think, north up to the squirrel by the dragon.
Okay, this one that's super wounded. You're gonna finish it off.
Yep. So, because I already rolled my damage
Okay.
and my hit, so I got 21 to hit with that.
Yep.
And I got 7 for my rapier.
Okay. With the 7, with the fire and all the other fun stuff, you finish it off. It had like
Okay.
the equivalent of 4 hit points left.
Nice. And then I'll move up again, up to the one up in front. And then, so I cast Shadow Blade. It lets me do it on my, it's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And for Shadow Blade, I got a 19, and I got 13 damage with that.
So how are you throwing a second attack? Because Shadow Blade takes a full action to use Stabby Stab. It's a bonus to cast, but an action to stab with.
Oh, I have 2 up in fighting.
That doesn't give you an extra attack.
Wouldn't it be an offhand?
Yeah. You can,
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. I can use a bonus action to attack, but
Correct.
okay, never mind. I thought, never mind. I thought what it did was okay.
So you
And-
so for clarification, you could use it as an offhand attack, but you
Right.
used a bonus action to summon it, so you don't
Right, I
have a
gotcha.
bonus action.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was just kind of like, yeah, no worries.
It's a good spell. I really like it.
I think what I'll do then is, instead of doing that, I'll use feel and agility.
Okay, so
And
I'll put you back here.
okay, and then what I will do is I will move 60 feet back here.
Like over here.
I think more like in to the down a little bit to the right. No, sorry, like right there next to this. Who's this, by the way?
The invisible person is the mummy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll move around by him into the bushes.
6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is 9 squares away, so it's only 45 feet. You technically have a little bit more if you need it, right?
Yep, no worries. Yeah, because I used I think like 15 of it moving up to that.
Yep. So perfect.
Okay, sweet. And then I'll pass my turn.
All right, next. Should be the Tandy Dandy Smash It Up Barbarian.
Next is the minions.
Oh, okay, minions it is. So
Oh
these
no, the minions go.
2 of them take fire damage as they continue to burn. It burns us. How could you do this to us, Sonny? We were so sweet and innocent. We only killed your friends. So, there's only one person in range. So, Sentinel Master, they step into your zone. Do you want to take your free swing against one of them? Frozen.
Actually, I don't think Sentinel Master has a limitation.
Yeah, it makes you use your reaction.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think it does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It does. I looked at it earlier.
Okay.
So you can
So I was
stop one of
hoping to
them.
use it to bash people.
Yes, I will use my reaction.
Okay. Which one are you tagging? The green one or the black one? Just it doesn't really matter. The same level of damage.
The green one.
Okay, so you're stopping this guy right here. If you hit, this guy's gonna move up and attack you. Go ahead and roll your rolls. I'm gonna roll my rolls so we're rolling at the same time kind of thing. So attack. Misses on the one that's close to you currently. And now I just need your damage to see if the other guy comes at you. And if he does come at you, he also
Does
misses.
a 22 hit?
Yes, roll damage. D10, D4, and then plus pluses.
16.
16. Nice. Good schwack. Well, actually, no, you smacked them, so they stay there. Okay, so.
And that's also poison damage. I don't know if that has a
So
damage over time effect.
no, not in its current state. It just is poison for the effect.
Sweet.
But it does the extra 1d4 constantly. So basically, that's the poison working every time you hit.
Nice. Okay, I'm down for that.
Okay. Oh, the rest of them. Those were the easy ones. All right. Boopity 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 boop. Boopity boop. Boopity boop boop boop. Boopity boopity boop. Boopity boopity boop. That's a hard choice. You guys are about equidistant. All right. You want odd or even, Fullgrass?
I'll take odds.
That's a 1.
Son of a bitch.
A 2 and a 1. All right, so 2 of them head your way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least, okay, yours couldn't get to you, but diagonally they can get to me. Explain that. Anyway, it makes his attack against me, because it can. That's a 5 plus pluses. That's a miss. Even with my 14 AC. That would have hit my old AC. Thank you, Braces of Defense, and not wearing armor. By the way, so you guys know, I'm still wearing leather armor, but it's loosely put on me now, so my bracers activate. Doesn't give me bonus to AC, but I'm still clothed. No naked princes tonight. And that's that. They've all done their turns. Now it's the big bad. Oh, sorry, attacks. So we have one definitely on Drake Rider, one definitely on Robot Man, and then one that decides. Spain, do you want odd or even? Or Castaway. Either one of you. Doesn't matter. Someone say something.
Odd.
Odd it is. Spain is a country in a faraway place. All right, so Drake Warden, you're taking 2. Robot Man, you're taking 1. Chapow.
I think what he means is Spain is not on the chat.
He ain't paying.
Technical difficulties had to leave. He left his stats and everything in the general chat.
Oh, did he say me? Because I didn't see that.
No, he just typed it.
Oh, okay. I thought he just took out. But that's fine, I understand.
I think he had to go to bed or something, right?
Yeah, he's got to be up to go to work in a couple of hours.
Okay, well, we'll try and get through this combat, or at least run away before too long. Anyway, first attack. What's your AC there, Robot? He's good.
Do you want me to pull
No,
up his
I got
chat?
it. I got it. So he's good, and then... Now I'm rolling terrible. All right, 12 plus pluses. 20 even. AC on the Dragon Rider.
That's a miss.
Okay. Wow, you guys got such good AC. It's a roll better than a 5 to hit me. They got to roll better than a 12 to hit you. Awesome bull. All right. That's all the ones that can attack currently. They're not going to dash or anything because they're already deaf. I don't need them doing more. Okay, now it should be our handy dandy robot's turn before the big guys go.
Yeah, Father's, yep.
So he's going to use his bonus action to activate his Barbarian Range, which does the 1d8's worth of stuff, and now I got to figure out where the heck... Oh, he sent the chart. So nice.
Yep.
Number 3! So, an intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or pixie. It's going to be a flump. appears within 5 feet of a creature of choice you can see within 30 feet. At the end of the current turn, the creature explodes. He's got the exploding frumps again. So this is actually really good because they're groups of enemies and it's explosive. So he'll put it on top of this guy so it hits. Well, it'll hit the ranger unfortunately, but it is what it is. It'll also hit a whole bunch of enemies. So he throws out the frump at the end of his turn and it explodes. On his actual turn, he's going to slappity slap this guy, I guess, right in front of him. What's his plus to hit? Someone tell me.
I think he's trying to hit the big guy, isn't he?
He's not next to the big guy though. He'll have to move. There's enemies in the way. He does not. He does not have reach. The frump will hit the big guy with the explosion though.
Great X +1 greater. Does I think it's just +1 to hit.
Well, it's more than that.
Like he wouldn't be taking an opportunity attack if he attacked the big guy.
Yes, he would.
He's got a +1.
Because he'd have to go here and then go here and then he'd take the attack. Because he can't go through his ally. He also doesn't have range. Anyway, so +1 plus his strength of 19, so it's a +4 there. Where our proficiency is what, 3? So 3,
yes,
4,
yep.
4. So
19 a +4 or +5?
It's +4. So he has a +8 to hit. +8, yeah. So I rolled a 16 for him. 16 plus is definitely hits. His what kind of axe is it? Great. Oh, it's the psychic one. That's right. Oh, and I rolled a 7. The swarm of yahoos are afraid. They're afraid. They're frightened. Pluses. So since he's raging, he gets the +2 bonus. Again, the +4. So 4, 6, 7, 14 points of damage. It's slashing, so it's not as good as it should be, but it's also psychic, so he can do damage. So 14 points of damage to the group in front of him, and then the frump explodes, dealing a whopping 6 damage to everyone in the thing. Except for I think they make a save.
Okay. Is there a dex save for that?
There is. So it's like a 13 for him, if I remember correctly. 3 plus 2 plus 8. Yeah, 13. So 13 dex. Fail for the big guy. Fail for the small peeps.
Hang on. I've got a...
They take 6 damage. And they take max 6 damage because it's an explosion.
You said I'm also in the...
You are, yes.
Zone,
You have to
right?
make a save. And it's a hit.
Okay, hang on.
So it's no half damage if you save. It's hit or miss.
6 plus... Saving throw index +4 is 10. +4 because Shield Master 14.
Nice. That's barely a save. You're good to go. All right. Kaboom! Explosions. They're all hurt. Good frump. Top of the order, which is Catman.
I think the big squirrel's next.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
No worries.
1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna let him stay there forever. You should. 4, 5, 6. Just barely out of your range. This guy's right behind them. These guys should actually be about there. And that guy's right about there. Again, they're not dashing. So, they are where they are. Next.
Yep, Catman.
Catman! Alright, so he kind of levitates up. Insolent fools! You understand in Celestial. 7 barbs of death appear out of his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he used half his movement to get up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna move. That's a miss. Number 3. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
I think it's
Profi,
Frozen.
I
It's
think.
100% Profi. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Everyone else takes 1. Profi takes 2.
Okay.
So same thing. Deck saving throw from everybody. I synced this time. No special things needed. So no hit for me.
16.
You're good.
Yeah, sweet.
22?
Good.
25.
Also good.
I'm just blocking stuff with my shield. Like,
I believe it.
my phone's at 4%. Just FYI.
Okay. Well, maybe go to the chat party and put your stats in there really quick. Pull a Spain. I mean, honestly, if we lose you, we might. It might. I don't know how much time. Where are we at on time on this, guys? I might just have to take a screenshot and we'll resume combat mid combat next week. If we.
I know we're at. I've been playing for close to 4 hours.
Yeah, we're pretty close. So we're at 3.5, almost 4 hours. Minus 10-ish, 20 minutes, something like that, because we started early and whatnot. But if we got to pause this session because everyone's tired and we need to go, I totally understand. It's what you guys are feeling. What do you think? It's either we play for the next 20 minutes or we call it now.
Oh, I mean, I'm up till like 8 or 9 a.m. So I'm
Okay.
good.
Then we go until
I can
Locks on
play
us.
20 more minutes.
Yeah, right, exactly. So next up, Catman fired and missed terribly for the most part. That means it's Profi's turn. Profi says, "I wish I had an AOE attack." But there's a whole bunch of enemies next to allies, so I'm going to step forward and hope for good things. I'm going to make a normal attack with my sword, and then... Oh, hey, hold up. I don't actually have to move. I use my bonus action to extendo blade my sword and poke this guy. Still get the as if advantage because I got an enemy next to it. 13 plus pluses. That's a plus 6. 19 hits. So I'm going to activate sneak attack on these guys. So that's an extra of that, and my D8 from being a pokey poker rapier. Yeah. All right, so that's real good damage. Whew. That's 3 out of the 5 dice maxed out. I'll take that. So 12, 20, 23 plus my dex of 2, so 25. Plus 1 for the weapon, 26. 26. I'll take 26. That's good stuff. Points of piercing damage on the one that's already been hit and exploded and all that other fun stuff. And it is force damage. Can't think of anything else that I'll need. That's it. It's still up, but as I'm a psychic user, yada yada. I can use my little blades. Make sure I'm doing that right. So not line deal. Psychic blades, range 60. Okay, so no, I had to use an action to use those, and a bonus action to do whatever. Well, I'm not now because I did all the other stuff. Never mind. I'm good. That's my turn. He's not dead, but he's hurt AF. So we'll go from there. Next.
Next is Frozen.
So, I'm going to attack the swarm that I reacted against.
Okay.
The green ones there, and they're still in range.
Yep, they are still in range. Yes. Oh, hey, I take that back. It's whenever I take it. So I have a free attack to make, but go ahead and do your thing. I'm just going to roll it really quick with my psychic blades. The bonus action is only when I do the extra attack with it. Plus. That hits barely. Ooh. Extra 1d6 here. So, plus the building values for tech roll. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Trash tier.
that's
3
a
electric damage.
26, a dirty 20, and an 18.
All of those hit.
All right. And you said you wanted me to do each damage individually?
Yes, yeah. Just because there's swarms, I have to know what halves are of each of them.
All right. So first slashing attack is 14,
Okay, good solid schwack.
and the bludgeoning is 11.
My phone's got 2%. It's gonna.
I'm just gonna die. I gotcha. Well,
Oh,
it was
that's
good
the
knowing
way.
you. Right?
Yeah, have a good night, man.
Prepare to play
Get some
character.
sleep. Go turn that in. Yeah, we'll play with it for a little
I
bit.
like.
Yeah, I won't die. Again, we only got a few minutes left anyway. We'll probably just have to take a screenshot of the map and go from there.
Okay. Good
And
night.
13 for the other slashing.
13 for the other slashing. Got it. With those two hits, it's still alive. You want to hit it with the bludgeoning, or you did hit it with the bludgeoning? That'll probably finish it off.
I did hit it with the bludgeoning.
For how much?
11.
Got it.
Sweet. That's my turn.
That's your turn. Good schwacking.
Next is Phil.
Invisible Man.
Okay. Sorry that I don't have a whole bunch of attack spells because we level up.
I understand.
So I will just cast. Since I'm hit, and I will just, hopefully at advantage at the main big bad guy.
Sure.
Eldritch Blast.
You ain't got anything more boomy? What about the tentacle one you used last
Nope.
time?
I can't because I'm using one that requires concentration.
Oh, yes. Okay. You're good then. So, Eldritch Blast. Yes, it is at advantage. Because you are... But you'll break your invisibility.
Hey! It was either a 4 or a 20, so I'll take that 20.
Right? Crit it up. Okay, so crit. Do you roll your extra die with it? So, double the dice. And then story effect.
An 8 and a 3.
Nice.
So 11 on the die.
Good. 11 on the die. So, as you hit him in the head. Your damage knocks off bits of his crown. You did what, 11?
Yeah, I did 11, and then you said doubled, so 22.
22. Well, you knock off a huge chunk of his crown. There's only one little bitty thorn of light still standing, as your darkness has enveloped the rest of them. You've neutered the cat. Congratulations. A serious amount of damage, though. Nice hit. It's angry. It sees you, and it's like, that one must die. You
It
feel...
did that last time, too.
It did, yeah. Well, you've been hidden this whole time, and then suddenly the darkness bubble just shot off a darkness Eldritch Blast and slapped in the face, and now it's real angry.
Yeah, now I'm gonna try to teleport to another area that's dark with my bonus action.
Okay, 30 feet,
And
right?
use my at-will ability. Yep.
So, you can... Well, that's right next to the light. I mean, you could, like, get closer to the bad guy. There's not a lot... You're kind
If it
of...
wants suspect.
You're kind of in a not so great spot for teleporting, right? Because like now that these guys are running around, they produce light.
Yeah.
And there's normal natural light, so like you could go here, right, or here technically. Nope, there's a light there too. Yeah, seriously, straight ahead, like right here is the only spot within 30 feet that you can get to that is shrouded in darkness and doesn't have some
Right
sort of
where?
light. Right where I put you. Right here.
Okay.
So you're closer than you were. The
Okay,
issue
okay.
the issue with you being invisible, right, is you've marked yourself with darkness. Because of the shroud. Like obviously you're somewhere in that bubble.
Well, the trap also makes me heavily obscured. So
Yes. No.
people have disadvantage on that anyways.
Yeah. No, I get that. All I'm saying is like, if it has an AOE attack, you're in trouble. Or if the squirrels surround you, you're in trouble. But in all honesty, if the squirrels surround you, you're really in trouble anyway. Okay. You get who's next? Let's try and at least get through this round. Someone kills
Noah.
cat. All right, Noah attacks the cat. That's what he's been doing. He's gonna shield bash. He's got 3 bashity bashes that he could do. So first bash, 12 plus pluses. I think he has a +6. Did he say so otherwise anywhere else?
Let me check.
Oh, he took a picture. That makes life
Oh,
easier.
nice.
Looks like a +5.
Oh, I was close. Okay, so 17 hits barely. So bam, bashes him in the face, which is a D4 +4 +4 +1. So, oh, and I forgot the +1 for the thing. So he should actually have.
Oh no.
No, +5 is right. No, +5 is wrong. He's got his numbers off. So a proficiency bonus of 3.
He's got a +8 to hit.
Yeah.
A +5.
Scrub. Anyway, I rolled a 3 for his bashy damage, which will add to the 8. So he'll get an 11. Pretty solid damage for a shield. He'll use his bonus action to try and knock the thing over, again with the plus critical. Get out in your butt. And then his other attack at advantage. He really should be attacking the swarms, though. He hits. Because, whatever. Another 3, so he does another 11 points of damage. Again, if I'm doing the math wrong, whatever. But, smashity, smash. This poor cat is having a rough day. It's still up, but not looking great. Next. Oh, the Drake. Drake is doing things. So while it's 40 feet in the air, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It drops another one of those flask things, and will hit everyone, or at least those 3, with a firebomb. They all make a save. 10 plus pluses fails. Actually, that might hit. Let me look. Where did my monster stats go? Why did they always run away from me? There. Dix. No, they still fell. Okay, so they tried, they failed. They all take fire damage and then an extra 1d4 of explosive damage. Max damage! So 4 plus 5, so 9 points of damage this round, and it'll be 5 at the start of their turn, which will, that kills that one. Good job, team.
Nice.
Good work, Explosion Dragon. Next.
Thanks. All right. So next is me. I'm gonna fire a witch bolt at the closest one to me, which is up there.
So you get the big squirrel or the 2 enemies?
Oh, I'll shoot at the big squirrel, I guess.
Okay. Would you like to try and take a bonus action to hide first?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so make a stealth check. You are in shadow, so technically you could like hide behind a tree and then pop out and haha, surprise.
12.
12 total. Okay, yeah, you do.
Also hide in my shadow.
He could, but then he'd have to move.
It extends 10 feet.
Would you like to move first?
Sure.
Okay, so you're now in shadowy darkness. That doesn't change your 12th though.
Okay, no worries.
But you are obscured from the enemy for if they take ranged attacks, which they won't. So, but your 12 doesn't seem to do much. You'll notice on your turn you do not surprise them when you shoot your magic. So, which bolt you said? They got to roll a dex save, right?
No, it's just a straight roll to see if I hit.
Okay, roll to hit.
So I'm gonna cast that. I'm just gonna cast that first level.
Okay, all right.
So cast that first level. Yeah, sorry. 13 to hit?
13 to hit on the big giant squirrel. No.
I don't think. No?
Does
Okay.
not.
Yeah. Let's see here. Already trying to attack.
And you did your bonus
Yeah, I'll
action
just
to hide, so.
yeah. I'll just pass, I guess.
Okay. I mean, you can move a little bit more if you need to, but yeah. Who's next?
Next is the minions.
Minions! Alright, so this one doesn't have to move because he's right next to me. These two move up to full grasp. Only one can make it, though, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So one's out of range, one's right next to you. I guess technically, before he moves into range, you could activate your reaction to swack him if you want.
Nope.
Okay. So these two both. One gets in range, one does not. These guys come up to you two. Not that they see the invisible person, but they're now in the darkness if that does anything special. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bloop. Bloop. 4, 5, 6. Getting surrounded. Okay, so our friend Noah has 4 attacks against him. Whew. Our robot friend has 2. Profi has 1. Here we go. Robot man. Critical fail. And a hit. And then, no, he has a 21. So no, that misses. Dang. And then our handy dandy man. That's 1 hit. That's 1 miss. That's 2 hits. 1 miss. Okay. Well, you know, could be worse. So he takes 3d6 2 times. Radiant squirrel bites. That's a lot of damage. He's super dead. So 6 times 4 is 24. He takes 24 points of owie damage. He's not looking great, I'm sure. He has like 40 something health and has already been hit once. Oh, he has 45. 60? He's 60 normal, but is down to 45. Okay, so he's under half, but not dead. He's okay. Robot Man was 1 swack. So he takes a whopping a 1, 1, and a 2. 4 points of damage. Now, watch me get swacked for like 90.
Doesn't he get half damage
Yeah.
because he's raging?
Yeah, so he took 2.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 plus their 8 definitely hits my dumbass. Luckily, it's only one of them. Those aren't terrible rolls. 2 1s and a 3. So a whopping 5. I don't think anything else is going to hit me, so I'm going to take my reaction, so I only take 2. I'm down to 22 health. Me and Mark are about the same, and he took way more damage than I did. Having damage is so much fun. Next.
Next is fodder. Oh,
Sorry, I forgot.
Did nobody else get attacked?
No, yeah, sorry, I just did the course. So we got 2 attacks going against our Sneaky Sneak, and then 2 attacks going against our other Yahoo. Sneaky Sneak, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, 1 hit, 1 miss.
Okay, I'm gonna use. Oh, sorry. I was gonna use my not evasion, uncanny dodge, which is when an attacker that I can see hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to have the attack's damage against me.
Yes, you can do that after I give you the damage. Other guy
Alright.
taking full here to critical damage and a miss.
Okay, so for the miss, I'm going to use my riposte maneuver,
Okay.
which uses my reaction to deal a melee attack back at that attacker, and I get to add my superiority die for extra damage.
Sweet. Roll
Nice.
it. I'm going to roll your critical damage here, hoping for 1s. No, but not terrible. No 6s, so that's good. So 5, 10, 15 even on the critical.
Take that really quick, and then I'll roll out my hit and whatnot here.
Yep, please do.
Yeah, sorry for kind of shotgunning there with the reaction.
It's good. Also, damage for you, sir, after it's been halved is 4.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, I got 22 on my hit,
Roll
which I
damage.
believe is a hit.
Yep, roll damage.
So. Right. We got 24 damage.
You did 24 damage against this one, right?
The one that missed me.
This one. We'll say the one that's already damaged. And that's with the axe bit or the backhand?
That would have been with the axe bit.
Okay. So you slash him and it slashes good. There's one squirrel and it's not looking great. Breathe on him next
I
round.
thought it was still one squirrel the whole time.
No, this is a different one. You already killed the other one.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that was the one that was over here that got murdered by the dragon. Or not by the dragon, sorry, by the rogue. Anyway.
So minions. Who's after the minions?
Robot?
Yeah, so after minions is fodder, and then after fodder is the big squirrel.
Okay, so fodder is going to put his explosive floof that he gets to send out, I think, in the same spot, so it hits those three people, but not his ally this time. Because the ally is not looking great. So that's where the floof is right here, so it'll hit all those yahoos. And then he makes an attack. He's going to attack the one next to Profi because he's guarding Profi for whatever reasons. And he's going to attack Reckless because crits, baby, crits. Hiya! Critical. Hell yeah. Crit, explosion, death. His weapon was the... Oh, I have to roll for damage out, but he gets 2d12. Pluses, hiya! 10 and a 9, that's great rolls. So this thing is extra frightened of him if he hadn't killed it before. So 19 plus pluses is, I think he is a +6 to damage. Oh, plus, let's see, strength of 4, range of 2, thing of 7, so 7 extra damage on a hit. So that is an extra 19 plus 7 is 26. It's slashing, but that still hurts. Right? Is that one already... No, that one hasn't been hit. It failed, so it's fine. It's not fine, but it's not dead. Alright, his second attack, because he's Barbarian, you get 2 of those. Again, still reckless. 19 and an 18. I don't think his style of Barbarian gets him a critical on a 19, but that's still a solid hit. 11 plus pluses. So a +7, like I said before, puts it at 18. Even cut in half. That's still really good damage. It's not dead, but that's one squirrel. Bonus action. I'm going to kick the squirrel, because squirrel needs to die. Still reckless. 13 and 4. 13 plus pluses definitely still hits. So he just, bashes it in the face with its metal arm, which is whatever. It's his strength bonus plus all of his other fun stuff. So he's doing 8 punching, which is bludgeoning, so it doesn't negate much. But I just remembered it's not magical, so... it does nothing. Sorry. It looked cool, and then he realized, oh yeah, it's not magic. His floof explodes! 1 saves! 1 fails! 1 fails! So d6, the 2 that fail take 4 points of explosion damage. So we'll say this one and this one, they're fine. Doesn't get reduced at all because it's an explosion, but not enough. Top of big guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can't get to nobody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can't get to nobody. Can definitely get to you. You take a big squirrel. It is a singular squirrel, but this thing is the size of a large dog. The others, small dogs. Large dog.
Gotcha.
Oh. What's your AC?
16.
You're good then.
Sweet.
By one.
Nice. And then
Let's see here. Once they didn't do anything special until the hit. You're good. That's it. That's all they can do. Only one of them got in range.
gotcha. And then next will be the top of the order.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
That's perfect timing though. We just hit the 4-hour mark, so this is where we got to wrap it up. I'm going to take a picture of the thing, and we'll come back to this in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm going to end the stream, and then we can talk afterwards, so give me a second. Hey, for all of you viewing, thank you for sticking with us for the 4 hours. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there was a bit of a lag time with our pause and break and whatnot, but I hope you enjoyed it. With adventure in mind, have a wonderful night.